There we
unfortunately,
go.
I really, what was my obligation? Because I'm part of a group. Let me take a look here.
Do you have a flaw
Oops.
that is your
Yes,
obligation?
Wardens of the West.
Oh, right.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
Nice.
very cool.
Let me see. Um, uh,
So, to recap for those, seeing as I just started the stream late. Oops. Sorry, keep saying stream. It's a recording. Um, Spiral used to be an agent of the kingdom of Dragochin.
And a very hated one.
Currently a hated one, yes.
He was hated then. He's probably hated more now. But
Probably hated, yeah, because
Oh, so they hated you before the incident.
well, he was a torturer then.
I was a torturer. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't a torturer. I worked for the House of Questions. It's a very different type of role that may have involved
Okay.
instruments at some point. Yeah.
So you ask questions just like Cedric asked questions.
Yeah.
Answer.
Potato, potato. Um, all right, and Cedric, you owe dues to a guild that is a non-governmental organization.
Yes,
Yeah,
if I get a treasure,
yeah.
I'm obligated to give some of that back.
Okay, very good. And Doradane is a warden of the West.
yes.
So is Cedric in a Ponzi scheme from a charitable organization?
Yeah, the charity is the guy in charge.
Okay, they work really well. He takes 90% of it. All right, all right.
Yep.
No, it's just your standard Thieves Guild pyramid scheme, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, all right. So, and it turns out that the neighboring kingdom of Corallan was the one that imprisoned Spiral and tortured him and enlightened him as to what his future profession was going to be.
Well, he finally got. Yeah, he was. There was a prisoner exchange. My
Right.
father lost a lot of money and kicked me out of the house. Yeah, that was the issue.
And after plying your trade for some years with in the kingdom of Brigast,
Hmm.
you discovered accidentally that you have magical potential and blew something
Indeed,
up, killing a number of people.
it wasn't pretty. Yeah,
Yeah. So you're no longer welcome.
no, it stunted my ability as a diplomat. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, still within the kingdom of Brigast and the duchy of Anket, I believe.
Duchy of Ancat. Yeah, that's
Yep,
right. I
Anket.
was the most eligible bachelor in the Duchy of Ancat at one point.
Very good.
Before I lost all my teeth and most of my ability
Yeah,
to
yeah.
walk properly.
Yeah. Um, and now you're right up there with the Baba Yaga.
No, no, I'm not. Yes,
No?
yeah, exactly.
County of Norgard is
Yeah.
where you are currently headed or have recently arrived. And you
So how
find
how have we known each other?
you
Are we
haven't
just
known
happen to be
each other.
so we're just traveling same direction,
Traveling
same time?
towards, and all three of you traveling on the road towards Norgard discovered that you were all responding to the same call by the Count
Ah,
for people to perform a task. Um, and it was the wardens who tasked Doradane with uh, participating. The guild tasked Cedric, and Spiral. Why would you be heading in this direction to respond to this? Just thought it
I've
was
got.
a good idea to get out of Dodge and
I definitely wouldn't be able to stay where it was, and I have extremely low funds. So it's probably, yeah, local town has
yep.
some potential for work. Yeah.
So you met en route and discovered that you were headed in the same direction for the same meeting or interview. And you enter the town of Norgard. They're really good with their names. I mean, why call it anything other than the same name as the Count?
Of course.
After the capital, for sure.
It clears everything up.
They did with Pennsylvania. Come on.
Sorry?
Pennsylvania.
William
Okay,
Penn.
they at least added a couple of syllables at the end of that.
They did.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Transylvania, but okay.
Arthur Trans, he was a very well-known man. It's okay.
All right. You enter the town with no trouble at all. The guards ask your business, and you respond with?
I'm very upfront and just tell them the Count had a call for adventurers or some such, and we're
Problem
we're
solvers?
responding to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea was problem solvers of unique talent.
Yeah.
And they
That
said,
So I'll
sounds
tell
like
him that I have traveled with these fine gentlemen for some miles now, and I've realized that they have many talents, but I have some very special talents that only someone with my background and experience could offer to the Count. So if you let us through to his abode, we will not trouble you too much longer.
please, you're expected. Carry on through the town, up the rise to the right, and you'll find the gates to the Count's Keep. So, no need to move tokens on the map.
Yeah.
It's more there for...
Yeah. Dordain's just going to give a glance around just to see how things are in this town, if it seems to be, if the buildings are in, good repair, and just the general tone. If the Count is calling for people, we're coming here expecting pay for a task. Does it look like there's any money here?
That's a great question. It's like the broken window theory, yeah. One window broken, they don't care about their town or their people.
Yeah. Just as we're walking through, nothing in great detail, just glancing around, looking at the buildings, looking at the people, looking at,
the streets are, for a medieval town, are clean. I mean, people's steps are swept.
Okay. Wow.
Think
House proud. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Busy streets. People tend to be a little bit... Are they friendly? Friendly's not the right word. Polite.
Okay.
They get out of our way without being shooed away. Yeah.
No. That's
just polite natural. As far as
everybody gets out of everybody else's way, and they just get on with their day. But assuming that you're in the morning, early in the morning, then you see the housewives out front sweeping the step and the area, tidying the area in front of their homes, their businesses, as the shopkeepers open. The same.
So Spyro walks with a like a quarterstaff, which he actually probably needs. It's supporting his weight when he walks. It's like a crutch, and you've been walking with him now for a while, and it's really annoying. Just the noise of the click drag as his foot drags along the ground. Click drag.
Do we have to often wait for him to catch up? Or...
Oh yeah, quite frequently. And you've discovered now that having stopped in a tavern a few miles back, and they had 3 steps up to the front door, that his biggest enemy is stairs. He absolutely hates them. So he's looking ahead always to see if he can avoid going up or down stairs. They cause him a lot of pain.
Right.
Okay.
You would have noticed that Cedric seems completely nonplussed with going at your rate.
Sorry, you'll have to explain. I've heard the word, but I'm not certain what it means.
Nonplussed?
Yes. As in, really not amused?
No, he just
Confused.
doesn't seem like he cares.
Okay.
He's not in a rush. He's not worried that he's slowed down. He's just going at his rate. Like that's the most normal thing in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Doradane. In fact, yeah. Well, Doradane, you notice over your left shoulder that coming behind you, and after a bit of mumbling at the gate, uh, a wilderness type fellow is approaching from the rear. He's long-legged, good strides.
Coming right towards us, or just up the road?
He's heading up the road, and he happens
Okay.
to be behind you, so he's catching you.
Okay. All right. We are moving
Easy
quite
to do.
slow.
He's not slow.
Okay.
And in fact, he will politely go around you on your left,
Give him a
and
nod. Does he seem?
he will carry on past you.
Being you said wilderness,
What was
bow.
that?
Do we see any open arms? Any carried arms?
Yes, he has a long sword and a long bow.
Okay. So he's a
And
warrior,
other
not
than
just a
that,
hunter.
he's dressed woodsy and
Yeah,
very.
Sparrow hates him immediately, mainly for the fact he can walk without limping.
Walking so fast.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
He's dressed very simply. There's nothing flashy about him at all, and I
Okay.
don't mean shiny. I mean he's got
even money wise, yeah.
He's all function. He's all form over.
There's no
right.
bling.
Extravagance. Yeah.
Yeah.
No bling.
No flair. Do you all have your pieces of flair on?
That's the exact opposite of Spiral's youth. Spiral in his youth would have been all flair.
All flair, yeah.
All flair.
His little pantaloons.
Oh yeah,
Spiral is quite bitter. Have we picked up on that?
Yeah,
even just in a couple days or weeks.
He got a couple of dodgy hands dealt, and
it sounds like it for sure.
Right.
He's taking it out on the world, that's for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Cedric's first words to Spiral probably was, "Are you a leper?"
Yeah. Well, Doraday makes note to use that anger for all of our benefit at times. Yeah.
Okay. That fellow quickly outpaces you.
Okay.
And
is he heading towards the Count's residence?
He goes out of sight,
or at least in that direction.
heading up the hill to the right in the direction that you were told to go, and he's
right.
often
probably answering the call also.
Often gone.
Okay.
You path along, gentlemen. I'll catch up in like 15 minutes or so.
We're together.
I wouldn't want us to be late.
I say no. I think we're all fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't make a habit of running off without you.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I'll revisit that in like 6 months and see.
Yeah, and I think even in a couple of days, you guys have seen a little bit into Doradane. He is armed and armored, and at least I think looks quite capable. But you can definitely tell that he has a kind heart, and really doesn't talk down to anyone, and he has no issue with slowing his pace with Spiral. Not that he makes a point of it, but he finds, you'll see him stop and mess with his boot, or just these little things that looks like, oh well, I need to do this just so Spiral is not that far behind.
So he's exhibiting all of the behaviors that Spiral probably would have had drilled into him when he didn't do any of that, and has since really appreciated. But Spiral is now too bitter to appreciate it, so he would absolutely make a load of sarcastic comments.
Yeah, I understand, but yeah.
Okay.
So you proceed at your own pace. At Spiral's pace.
Yeah.
Up the road. You don't notice anything different or unusual. The signs you were looking for seem to be everyone is polite, but I wouldn't say friendly. They look at you and they'll nod politely, but then
Yeah.
they get on with their business.
Yeah.
Is it quite a isolated? I know this is a good-sized town with the Count being here, but is it somewhat isolated that we might understand not being too friendly? I mean, are they, or not
No.
so much? I'm not overly worried about it. I'm just wondering where that comes from. If they're off on their own a little ways, I understand them being cautious for strangers. I mean,
No,
that's understandable.
not a huge distance. They're probably
Okay.
a day away from the
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's
Okay,
not far at
from
all then.
another town.
Okay, so that,
Would
yeah.
Spiral, sorry, interrupted. Would
But
Spiral have ever heard anything about insurrection? So basically, most of the torture
no,
was on their own citizens in the kingdom. It was like people that the king didn't like. So would he have nothing about that from Norgard that he's heard of?
no. This fellow seems to be fairly straightforward, and well liked,
Okay.
respected. More than your average count.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's not a
Interesting.
duke, probably because of accident or just because he's not really that ambitious.
Ambitious, okay, yeah.
He's a perfectly capable fellow, and like I said, reasonably well respected.
Born into the wrong family.
Well,
Maybe
seem-
just a good man that
but seems
doesn't
to be
quite fit in with the rest of nobility.
doing the right thing
Exactly.
with what he's got.
Yeah.
So the towns that you would have passed on the way in, about, spread apart by about a normal day's walk, which
Okay.
causes some issues for you guys unless you hopped a wagon or something like that, because you don't have a normal day's walking pace. But, I mean,
Yeah.
We'll need
Once
to
we
get
get
steeds at some
funds,
point. Yeah.
Cedric and
He-
Doradane might have caught up to Spiral and engaged him in conversation after getting off over the
Yeah.
horrific appearance, and then slowed down to carry on in his company.
Yeah, he's quite a he's very bitter, but he's intelligent, very observant. He
Yeah.
has to be for his job, but also he's got a very, very good sense of humor when you get to know him. That
Okay.
is, yeah, it's dark, very dark, but it's entertaining. So yeah.
There's never been anything said about hatred of horses or anything like that, though. Have we picked that up?
Mules. He had a mule once. He didn't like
Oh,
that
an
bit
issue,
him, but
okay.
yeah, the bastard bit and kicked him once. Yeah,
Oh.
but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. 'Cause-
We're just going to leave the scene where it is and
Yeah.
not let it distract us any, but we'll mosey on up the road and approach the keep gates, which are a little bit sturdier, and the guards there are also paying attention, and ask your business. And as you approach it, as you came around the corner, you would have seen the fellow up ahead of you passed quite quickly through the gate.
The hunter type guy that
The
passed
hunter
us.
type, yeah.
Okay.
So he paused. They recognized and let him on through.
So if I notice that, I'll say, so we were with the fellow that just gone through the gate, and quite a rude bugger. He walked off without us, but we were traveling with him a little while. What was his name? You seem
What's
to
your
know him.
business here, sir?
Oh, we've come to see the Count.
Excellent.
We're going to be new employees within a couple of hours, I suspect.
Ah,
What's your name?
of no concern of yours, sir.
Put the GM on the spot. Come on, GM. I need a name.
Knob.
So, Knob.
I had a GM that hated me because every NPC I was like, "What's your name?" Shut up, Shane.
Stanovich. Hold on.
I'm
Random
Knob the
name roller.
guardsman.
Yeah.
If you're here in response to the the request from the Count, then
We are.
you may enter.
We are.
We are
The
Mr. Knob,
main
and
building is straight ahead. You'll see the correct path on your left.
there's no stairs, are there?
Come along.
We'll be
Uh,
fine, Spiral. We'll be fine.
Okay.
There are many stairs in a keep.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be fine. It may take
We'll
us
get there.
30 minutes or so to get up to the room.
Oh, there are no stairs to the main greeting hall.
Ah, okay. That's perfect.
You'll be fine.
Wonderful.
So as you pass through that gate, you see that
And
you're
as we're
now
walking through the gate, I'll look at Spiral and go, he's not going to see us in his bedroom. It's just right up here. Don't worry about it.
Well, the head of the King's Questioners had his room on the 13th floor of the fucking tower that he was based in, purely to torture me every Monday when he had a meeting with me. So
I think it was merely to torture him, yes. Sounds like a Class A prick.
a knob, perchance. Um,
Sorry, just a quick out of character. I know you're streaming this. I'm not sure where you're posting this, so if you want me to moderate language, I will do. I'm not.
oh no, I'm just
can't-
posting it on my channel, and it's not for children.
Just your
so
channel. That's okay. It's okay.
you should be
so long
fine.
as it's not like YouTube, like all access channel. You should be all right.
Throw it on for your patrons there, James. That's an idea.
Yeah, put it on Patreon channel. Like watch a bunch of middle-aged guys drinking, and swearing at each other.
Well, except that they're not seeing us, of course.
True.
They're only hearing us.
Yep.
I was thinking of putting myself in the bottom corner, so at least they'd have somebody to see. But
Yeah, they've seen a static screen for like a long time.
they have. All right. So let's move on to something else. You arrive at the door on the left that you were told to go to, and there's another guard there who says you're here for the meeting.
Yes.
Yes, we
Answer
are.
the Count's call. Yes.
Right. Please follow me. He leads you through, leaving another fellow by the door. As you guys are heading down the hallway, another soldier is heading back out towards the front door. So it looks like there is a bit of a cyclical greeting party.
Okay.
Um,
No one's
of
left
escorts.
alone.
Nobody's
exactly. No
unescorted.
one's left. Okay. Understood.
And he leads you down the hallway and then to a large set of double doors on the right and enters a grand hallway. Not a hallway. A ballroom type.
Hall.
A
Okay.
reception room. The words are just not coming to my head.
A hallway
Gotcha.
would be acceptable, James.
A court. It's his
Yeah,
court.
I mean,
literally,
hall.
it's his court.
A hall,
hall,
yeah.
not a
Yeah, we-
hallway. That's where I fell.
Okay.
You added a syllable.
I did. A wayward syllable. Okay, puns are no good this evening. The standard stuff: carpet down the center, wooden pillars on either side, people scattered about the room, dais at the far end, one step. That's it. So it's just one tiny little platform at the far end to indicate that the guy in the chair on that platform is the boss,
He's above, yeah.
rather than stacking them
And
up.
before we get within earshot, at least easy earshot of the fellow up there, I'm going to kind of lean towards Spiral and says, I'm good with talking to the grunts. Maybe you should talk to this fellow.
I know his family from previous life. Yes,
Even more so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
I'll
on.
nod my agreement for sure.
He hated my father.
Oh, good.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. You notice the woodsy type ahead on the left. waiting patiently to one side of the main thoroughfare down the center.
So he's like similar, like 30 something, 20 something. How old would he? A bit hard to tell.
He might be 30.
Right.
Okay.
Youngish
How
guy.
many how many guards compared to non-court people are in here?
Ugh.
The woodsy guy, the three of us.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like the fellow who's escorting you,
Yeah, well,
there are a
we
half
know
dozen of those, a
right,
couple
right.
behind the dais, and a couple
Out-
mid-room,
outside of court.
and a couple by the front door,
Right.
the entrance. There's also a mezzanine.
Okay. Up. Okay.
Yep. And you're not seeing anything up there.
Okay. So not many people here
And there are
besides
probably
that art.
a couple of dozen people having conversations in the room. Spread
Dressed
throughout
like
the
us
room.
or courtly dress?
Courtly dress. Well,
Okay.
courtly dress. It's rustic courtly dress.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear that they put a huge amount of stock in high fashion, which is maybe why he and your dad didn't get along. If being
Oh,
if
yeah, my
looking
dad would have been
fancy
an
was
absolute
important,
arse, yeah.
then this guy would have no interest in any of that.
So I would guess my dad would have been a count or something like that.
Sure,
And so
a peer of this fellow.
I was a brilliant fencer. I was going to fight for the kingdom in a tourney, and then he overdid his young bravado as a young officer and got captured and tortured, and his life was never the same again. So he's not bitter about any of that.
No.
At all.
He hasn't brought that up 12 times already.
We haven't heard a word of that at
He's
all.
never mentioned that in the last 3 days, 3 hours, and 7 minutes that you've been with him. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with a Canadian politician, John Nunziata,
I am not, I'm afraid.
but his catchphrase was, "But I'm not bitter." This is decades ago. I really don't even remember why he was not bitter.
Why he was
Not
bitter
bitter.
at the time.
But he most definitely was.
I think we'll wait
All right.
our turn.
Say again?
Yeah, well,
I think we'll wait our turn until we're brought up.
Well, there's a clear shot in front of you, because this fellow, I mean, he was long gone in front of you, and he appears to be simply waiting by the side, not in front, by the side, as in he's already been dealt with.
Right.
okay.
So you
how
guys
old-
are
how
next.
old- So the Count's in his 40s, 50s, that kind of age? Fairly mature guy or a bit
mid-40s.
younger? Mid-40s, okay.
Okay.
Younger than my
Pretty
father.
young.
Okay, so that was probably why my father hated him. He was young and a nicer
Yeah.
guy. All right, so okay, I'll click and shuffle my way up to the dais with my newfound comrades, and in an attempt to bow low, you'll hear his hip click and then he'll grimace, wince, take a couple of steps, shuffling sideways with his stick, and manage to push himself upright again with a rictus grin on his face, which looks absolutely horrible. And
Yep.
say, so Count, we are here to serve you, and we've received your call as loyal subjects of your countiness. I am of the Danida family. You may know my father from way
I'm
back.
familiar.
But, I have to say, I had a couple of turns left when I should have been going right. But things are working out okay now with these fine fellas, and we're here to do what needs to be done. You may know my profession previously, that I'm
aware.
capable of how should we say this? Understanding the truths where the truths need to be weeded out from things.
Understood. That perception, awareness of your surroundings, and ability to read people may indeed come in handy.
Okay.
Your more explosive nature, on the other hand, might come in more handy.
That is a surprise. Okay, I like it.
Assuming you've learned some control since
He's
your issues at home.
He hasn't blown anyone up in the last 3 days, so yeah.
Yeah.
Should be okay.
Or was it that recently?
No, it was weeks and weeks ago.
Okay, so word has spread about.
Oh yeah, it'll
Yeah.
definitely be known here. Well, I think the House of Questions is pretty. They would never. My gut feel is would never admit to anything going wrong in their system. So there may have been
No,
something weird happened, but
but piece,
I doubt they'd blame someone rather than just killing them, and they didn't
but
kill me. So
pieces of a castle littering the
it,
cobblestones below. Um,
yeah, that gets people's attention. I'll grant you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
whether they'd
that's fine,
actually
Miller.
rather than they wouldn't have probably, if it could be traced to me, they'd have killed me. I suspect because
oh, okay,
yeah,
so cancel last.
they are not nice people. Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Erase that. Um, yeah, your perception and awareness and so on, and ability to read people will no doubt serve. Uh, you other gentlemen, I'm not familiar with your abilities or background, apart from what I can see. You, sir. He points to Cedric.
Hello, I am skilled at and I have been used as a bodyguard. Currently, it seems like this gentleman needs one.
That is likely correct. Your name, sir?
Cedric. Sorry.
Right.
No courtly grace whatsoever.
Nope. He doesn't seem to be horribly offended. You're not being rude. He's good to go. Which you might find unusual. Jeff.
No,
Sorry,
he's
not Jeff.
not been around politicians or royalty. He's been around rich people that can afford to pay it for a bodyguard.
You'd say he's probably wealthy, based on the fact that he runs this county.
Yeah, I presume, yeah, the guy in charge is wealthy. That's
Yeah.
that's his knowledge. The guy in charge is wealthy.
But he doesn't seem to be concerned about that, and certainly isn't flashy. So, I mean, coming into town, you didn't see beggars. I suppose I should have mentioned that.
Well, I was going to ask, but I thought
Um,
Jeff kind of asked and sort
you,
of got the answer about that.
you just saw people going about their business day. And nobody looked like they were in desperate straits. Some perhaps more affluent than others, but
Yeah.
but
Well, as far
nobody.
as
Yeah,
sorry,
but
as far as affluence,
yeah.
you can probably tell that Cedric came into some cash at least once, wearing metal armor,
Oh,
decent equipment.
that's. Let me get Cedric's character artwork up there. Oh yeah, there you go.
It's socialism, guys. It'll never work.
Yeah. So, big bruiser type.
Well, he actually looks like he can. He does not seem like the lineman as much as a running back. He is lithe
Oh,
and able to move. He's
okay.
got dexterity, and that shows when he moves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's not skinny.
Okay, very good. He points to Doradane, whose name, by the way,
Yeah.
he doesn't know. You, sir.
He says, yeah, Doradane, as a fist of the Wardens of the West, I'm here to serve.
Ah,
Hunter of beast, witches, and undead.
most excellent. Welcome, sir. He looks over to his right.
Spyro would whisper, "Witches? You hunt witches?" And then catch himself and go, "Oh, sorry, your account."
Yeah, you're in the middle of an audience here.
And then he'll remember where he is.
Yeah.
He looks over to his right, your left, and beckons the stridey fellow over, and says, Arthur. Meet these gentlemen here. Gentlemen,
Give a nod.
this is Arthur, my game warden.
Pleased to meet you, Arthur.
And
Give a nod.
he looks at you, and he seems a little bit shy. A little bit timid around people. He's a little uncomfortable looking with all of these people around. Like he'd very much like to get back outside the town and back to the woods. Anyway, tall, lanky person. Let me just bring him up. Oops. And show players. There we go. The final step in that.
Okay.
Yep. Long sword, long bow, leather cap, and tunic. Again, the minimalist appearance. And he nods and then backs up.
I'm gonna hold whatever the traditional greeting is. Something like a handshake or something. I will hold my cane wobbling slightly as he leans forward to shake his hand. And pleased to meet your acquaintance, Longshanks. Spiral's the name.
Arthur.
Dan-eyed of the family, but you don't need to call me that.
My name is Arthur.
Arthur, pleased to meet you. Looks like you're quite handy outside the city walls.
That's my preference, yes.
I'm quite handy inside the city walls, so I think we'll be quite complimentary.
Righto. Pleased to meet you all.
Arthur, are you coming along on this endeavor?
I believe I am.
And he looks over to the Count.
Yes, he is. He is.
So do we need to sign anything, Count, or
Sign anything?
signatures? I'm quite used to letters of confession myself. But clearly that's not.
Yeah, maybe more of a contract than a confession.
More of a this may be a kind of contractual agreement. Maybe if like some money may exchange hands. I'm not able to access my family funds anymore because my father is how should we say not spoken to me for 6 months. So,
estranged is the word you're looking for.
Estranged. I find it quite difficult with the S's, yes, but estranged would be the word.
Maybe you should have a word with my healer.
Oh, I've had plenty of healers. My father spent many hundreds on healers, and
well,
here we are.
Well, maybe they were incompetent. Flashy.
I think so. Can they regrow teeth?
I don't know. Sorry, he
Quite a long
hesitates.
pause.
I don't know about the power of my spellcaster at all.
Well, okay. Out of character, everyone. I've known a good number of game systems where that was very specifically included in the types of things that you could learn to heal. Restoration of things. I'm unfamiliar with how exactly that would work here.
It's really a matter of how do you want the hindrances and flaws to work?
Yeah.
Because being lame is really bad in Final Age because you don't restore, you just heal.
Yeah.
Whereas your world is your world.
Yep.
You know, if an arm can grow back in your world, then if we get him enough money and a better healer, he's whole.
Well, if we check your flaws, we have a disturbing appearance. If we dealt with the disturbing appearance, we'd have to remove the flaw. Clumsy. Awkward with some movements. Yeah. That's...
I'm not sorry. As a player, I'm not interested in getting healed. It's part of the character. So,
well,
I'm quite interested in moaning about it.
Yeah.
It's fun
now,
bitching.
Clumsy, yes, but you're not slow. According
he can shuffle along quite fast on his
yeah
on his stick.
So Yeah, and that one.
So the half speed stuff is a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just wants sympathy. Yeah.
He will bring Cedric will bring that up the next time you let that cat out of the bag.
Yeah, when he actually moves fast and he has to, and you'll
Yeah.
notice.
Wait till we're chased.
Look at
Wait,
him
yeah,
go.
when he
I've been
doesn't
watching
actually.
this slow, getting a corn on my foot because you just want to put on airs.
Yeah, he probably doesn't need the stick to walk with, but it's
Okay.
No, it's cool character wise. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when
That's
Cedric
hilarious.
learns that otherwise. Oh, okay.
Oh, I just thought I had a friend. Yeah.
Oh no, he's not going to be mad. He's just going to.
So
That's the way it is.
then
Okay,
there's
you're a
this
trickster.
young fellow whom he brings over. He says, Rando, please meet these fine gentlemen who have come in response to my call to deal with the problem that we've discussed.
Oh God, so Spiral absolutely hates him immediately.
Why is
Really
that?
attractive guy.
He's quite dashing.
10, 15 years younger, that would have been Spiral, except he would have been far better dressed in the latest fashions than that.
Well, he's dressed in the fashions of the county of Norgard, which is plain, simple, effective. He wears a rapier, has a buckler, obviously also a fencer.
Yeah.
But he called him over when he was mentioning healer. So it turns out that Rando, the Lorian, is the Count's healer. He says,
Oh God, he hates him even more. He's a really good fencer and a healer. Oh, okay.
he heals fences.
So,
No, wait a minute. He fences. No. Anyway.
He mends fences.
He mends fences, yeah. That's what he does. He's a
Dashing and a caster. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's just he's starting off from a low base now.
He says, perhaps Rando can have a look at some of your issues and see if there's anything that can be done. He's quite
Randall,
competent.
Please do see if you can assist.
If you're going to be regrowing teeth, I'm going to be looking somewhere else.
Oh, he's not doing it here.
Yep, thank you.
It'll be somewhere else.
Well, apart from some of the obvious things like the teeth and my left eyelid that they sliced part of it away, that I'm constantly leaking liquid out of my face, which is quite unpleasant. Apart from, actually, I should apologize in advance to your stream for some of it. Apart from that, I have a few other issues, we say, some physical ones and probably some mental ones that, I have to be honest, that I'm probably still suffering from. But the biggest problem is it's very rare that I wake up in the morning and I haven't shat the bed. So if you could fix that one, that's probably the best thing you can do for me, sir. And so I absolutely hate him. I hate him because he's like everything I'm no longer able to be.
Right.
And I'm trying to embarrass him by saying that. Although he probably does on a regular basis, shit the bed in the morning because he can't get out of it fast enough.
Like,
right. This is taking a turn.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps when all of this is over, he can take some time and see what he can do about mending some of your less pleasant issues.
That'd be marvelous.
Yeah. So, the 5 of you will...
So, thank God Randall's not going with us. Okay, that would have been too much.
Who?
Or is Randall... is it Randall? Sorry. The new healer?
Yeah.
Is he going with us as well?
Well, if you don't want him to, he won't.
Oh, God.
How would you get 5 otherwise?
Yes.
I can't do maths after a glass of brandy. That's the problem.
Okay.
What do you mean after?
Thank you, James. Yeah.
Sorry, that was too slow, but
it wasn't even math. It was arithmetic. It was adding 1 onto another number. That was quite an easy one.
Yeah.
Math.
So Doradane will
He will.
Okay.
Actually, no. He's got some other stuff to do, but you'll see him when you come back.
Ah,
Arthur will accompany you. Are any of you healers or medically trained in any way? Physicers of any sort? Obviously,
Not-
you have Spiral have a great deal of knowledge on the topic.
I have some familiarity with anatomy, shall we say, but
Yeah.
no, I'm not specifically
All
a
right.
healer.
Good enough. So the four of you will proceed, and when you return um, victorious, successful, Rando will have a look at you.
May I ask a small question,
Yeah.
Count?
As in, what do you need me? What do I need you to do?
Yes. What are we
I,
here for?
I thought that was part of the puzzle. I was wondering.
No, I was just about to get to that.
I figured we're getting experience for pulling that out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. I seem to be having an issue with the sewers of
Oh.
of the building of the town, which are also under the keep. And we've had a couple of disappearances, and unfortunately, my regular means of dealing with that sort of thing with my guards has been unsuccessful. They've found nothing untoward. And so I'm looking for people who are specialized in hunting, protecting, and other things, noticing things, to explore and determine what is going on. What
We are
is
your
my
men,
problem?
Count. We are your men for that type of
Of course
task.
you are.
So you
Now,
want us to hunt and search. So that implies that you have some idea of what the issue is, other than people go down and don't come back.
no, that's the problem.
Why were these people going down there?
They weren't. They were abducted. They went missing from the streets, and some signs indicated that they were taken into the sewers.
Ah,
So you have grates on your streets that drain water into the sewers.
Yes,
Hmm. And do you have ladders and stairs into the sewers,
we
maybe?
do.
Ah, shit. Um,
Yeah, well, that's
that's
where the
down there
shit
too.
goes. Yeah.
and that as well. Ah.
And how many exits out of the city are there from the sewers
Out of
to
the
a
city?
local, out of the city, a local
Hmm.
river or
Yeah,
multiple exits?
there is water. There's a waterway, a number of waterways underneath that flow out, but they really don't.
And are those gated or those
Oh
are open?
yes, yeah. Anything that might be passable by uh, human-sized people would not. Well,
Be able to
you
enter.
wouldn't be able to pass through without breaking through or cutting through a gate, and those are all intact.
And I'm assuming that the sewers are just a single system. There's just all the water and waste is mixed and goes down and flows
Well,
out through the outlets. Or is there multiple systems in the sewers?
they're all connected.
They're all connected. Okay.
Yeah. But one section of it seems to be flooded at the moment, which is unusual.
There's a big fatberg down there that's.
There's a very large turd. Yeah. Um,
I think I have discovered the problem.
Alrighty.
What did they normally use for a light source when your guards go down? Torch, lantern,
Torch.
torch.
And do you have
Or
like rat keepers that go down there? Rats are normally rife in sewers. Have your ratters been down there? They normally are fairly observant.
yes.
They didn't see anything.
No,
or have they come back?
they've come back.
Okay.
We don't send them down there alone at this stage.
Okay.
No, once we noticed something was amiss, we stopped letting people down alone.
And how long ago did this happen?
Um,
You start
a
observing.
couple of weeks.
Anything else happen roughly at the same time? Around the same time? Strange people enter town?
Well, um,
Maybe executions or
no,
anything
no,
of
no, no,
that
no.
kind.
A sparsity of rats. I mean, every city has rats. Um, ours seem to have gone to ground.
Or they were all eaten, and then it had to get
Something else is
more
there.
food.
Or they were all eaten. Yeah.
So
I,
if it's a predator, it's some sort of predator that can get out of the sewers and
Drag
attack
people into them, yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
Righto. Okay. So, assuming that you're willing to take on this task, as you said, we are your
right.
men, please be about it. And as we don't really know what the issue is, we'll deal with recompense when you return having identified and solved it.
I'm going to need new boots.
Yes, that is likely.
Yeah, out of character just over the last couple of days. I mean, you guys know I'm, trident, shield. What is Cedric? Is Cedric use both of his hands? Is he shield? I'm
Shield
my
and short sword. You'll
okay.
also notice that when he's just normally wandering around and not trying to be civil, he has a crowbar that he carries around for some reason.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that's
Well,
the most important part of your equipment right there, the crowbar.
I'm
and
just
he
go ahead.
and he whips it around like a baton, like he's well used to
Quite
smacking people with it.
okay. I'm just wondering who's going to carry the torch. Is where I'm going with this.
Well, a normal person can carry one with the shield. So that's you and I could both carry torches as characters with
Is
the
that
shield.
okay?
In most gaming,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Some guys
this
are
is
good with that. And
James's game. I'm not
is
going to
that
speak for him, but I'm just
is
saying,
that is
in
that
reality, you can carry a torch while holding a shield. Now,
There are sconces
using
in the
your
walls.
shield, that's a different story.
There are sconces in the walls, so you could plant a torch, light it, and then continue down the hall.
And James, what's the rules with spell casting? Do I need both hands free, or could I
right?
carry a torch and cast? Because I didn't read that, or I just don't know.
Go ahead.
I
You
I use my eyebrows for casting.
yeah.
You've
You're
got
going
these.
to need one hand free.
You've got those Brad Dourif
Yeah,
Yeah.
eyebrows.
Okay.
one hand free. Okay, that's good.
Okay. All right. Just
No, this is very, very pertinent questions.
yeah,
Very.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
because it's
Because
dark.
I'm not putting down my shield. I know that much.
Yeah, that's very wise. You've run some combats now. You
Yeah.
know
A
how that works.
couple of times. Yeah, yeah.
And John, sorry, not John. Spiral. No, John. Your
Yeah.
guy doesn't have a light spell or anything like that, does he?
Ah, that's a really good
Nah.
question.
I mean, you are
I don't
loaded
think
with magic.
I
I
have to
have
take
plenty.
a
I don't
quick.
think I took a light.
Be
Yeah,
right
I
back.
know.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a minute too.
Does not look like it.
No, I've
Okay.
got 6 spells, but not that.
Yeah. Not trying to overcomplicate things. Just want to be able to see as we're going through exploring. That's all.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
Arthur, if he's going with us, I don't know if he's just showing us the way or if he's continuing on. But I imagine obviously he needs 2 hands for his bow, and
Yep.
I'm assuming that's what his favorite. If he's the gameskeeper, I'm assuming he's gonna have his
Yeah,
bow out.
you know James, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So okay,
so did you all say that you needed to take a pause?
I could take a minute. Yeah, can
All
we
right.
take 1 or 2 minutes, real quick?
So we'll break for 5.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, sounds great.
Catch
I'll
you
be real quick.
And we're back, refreshed. Okay.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is I'm just going to leave Yeah, I'll just remove them from that scene.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, I think we're
going
going to follow Arthur, basically, right? To
whichever the best access point is.
right. Yeah.
So I think we're
Hopefully
just going
upriver
to.
from the big
Yeah. Do
logger
they
jam.
as we're going there? Dora Dane's going to ask Arthur, are there any maps
Maps.
of the sewers?
I'm sure there might be.
That's a very good question.
There
Don't
might
really
be.
need
Okay.
one.
You know your way?
No.
Follow your nose, possibly.
Yeah, I think once we open up the grate,
How how
the
big
nose,
how big is this city, roughly? I mean, a couple hundred yards by a couple hundred yards, or I guess I should be saying meters in this group, but
kilometers probably.
yeah, I mean, or is it huge? I mean,
It's not huge.
okay,
It might be a kilometer across.
okay, so quite big though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's not
it
small.
could be quite an extensive sewer system.
Yeah, because if it was only
Yeah.
several meters across, you wouldn't need a sewer system.
No.
Yeah,
Stuff
well,
would just
right.
run in the road.
This is a major. It isn't a town. This is a small city.
Okay. Really need sewers.
Okay.
Do they have a subway?
Yeah.
Really?
We're
You
gonna
get a
find out.
sandwich just down the road.
Yeah.
Minus 5 XP for you. For that
Oh,
comment.
load it.
All right. So at the moment you can't see anything.
Not much.
Who's got the torch?
Well,
Not
I
I.
would certainly have carried one if nobody else was.
Spiral could definitely carry one. He doesn't have a shield. He can.
Cedric's
cast with
got a
one hand.
torch, and it's now lit. That macro's so handy.
Oh, I
It's
love
very-
it.
it's
It's so
very
simple, and
isn't
I
it?
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it though. I just used it the other night when
Or do we want to deal with a lantern instead?
Cedric
well,
will-
showing off.
whatever they were freely handing out for us. I guess
Well,
is the
thing
is
is,
the real
torches you
answer.
need to keep in your hands, or if you drop them, then
Yeah.
you
Well,
drop them. But
if they had lanterns, we would have grabbed that. If it was a box of torches, we would have grabbed torches.
let's
Yeah,
go.
So
With
that's
whatever
up to you.
Cedric's carrying
by
a
the way-
lantern at the moment.
Okay.
Do you put the light macro in your macro set?
It is in the macros thingy,
Hmm.
macro directory. See, it's not in the compendium. It's in the folder, which is next to the macro bar.
Yeah. I'm
And
looking
it's
at
a
I
light
don't-
bulb, so it's not
I
hard
don't
to.
see it though.
You
No, I
don't
don't see it. Have you
Not
shared
in
it
the
with players?
folder. Not in the folder.
configure
No.
ownership. Oh, all players, none.
Ah,
There you go.
And there it is. Thank
There
you.
we are, light picker. Okay. So I'm happy to carry a torch if people want.
Why don't you carry a lantern as well?
I'll carry a lantern. Okay.
Because that way you can put them down, and when you put them down, well, then we'll plant a light source there or
I'll
do
start-
something like
okay.
that, right?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not paused, right? No, it's not paused.
No.
Yep. So I can move. Yep. Barring anybody saying anything different, Cedric's going to walk ahead.
Just a moment. I'm going to. How do I do this? I need to configure ownership, and I would like to give all players
Oh,
Hmm.
Arthur.
owner of Arthur because you can't select him unless you have owner.
Okay.
So any of you can move him.
Okay.
All right. I missed it. Did John say something as he headed off?
No, I'm just.
No,
refreshing.
his headphone still works when
I
he's
see.
away
Oh.
from the desk.
Wireless.
Yeah, I don't have a wireless set.
Me either.
Yeah, it's. I can go around the entire house and still.
That's
hear you.
nice. I know. It's really a must-have, but that I don't have.
Okay.
Tell me how far I can go, James, and
You guys just carry
the
on
one next-
as a group. Actually, why don't we just move Cedric until we... No, that's not right. If we move Arthur as the one guy in the party who's moving, rather than moving everybody a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do we think? So
That's fine, but we'll hold tight in reality. But yeah, I
yeah,
totally get
so,
what you're saying.
So I will put the hooded lantern on Arthur, and you can move him, and then everybody
Just-
else can catch up later.
And okay.
I'm seeing a lot of stairs here, Arthur. Is this the best entrance?
Well, there's a ladder.
I
We
really
can't
don't
do a
think
ladder.
I don't
That's
think you do ladders.
not very
There's
effective.
no ramps anywhere.
Is there? You need to get your health and safety folks involved in the development of the town's infrastructure.
You need to get a combat wheelchair there.
Losing experience the whole time. You're talking
Yeah.
about occupational health and safety.
And Doradane will tell Arthur if you're more comfortable in the second rank, I have no issue being up front, and I'll kind of heft my shield a little bit. If he wants to be up front, that's fine. I'm just making the point.
By all means, you shield boys can.
Okay, well then
I'll stand in front, and I'll have the lantern.
we can move Arthur, but I'll be in front of
Right. So
of
if
him.
you'll just leave your tokens there on the steps,
Yeah.
and we'll move Arthur as the representative of the party. Carry on.
Okay, so
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Durdine's in the front, so then Cedric will be in the lead. I mean, in the back, guarding the rear. Because this hallway is big enough so you could run past anybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Looks 2 by 2. Yeah.
Your tokens
two
are
across.
the size of your people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can put 2 across. No
So
problem.
2 or 3 across there. Yeah.
You cannot move through another person's token.
Oh, okay.
Unless
see
you're
what you're
attempting to
saying.
ram them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep moving one a hex until something happens.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously we are looking, listening.
Yep.
I guess
Yeah.
I won't say smelling because we're in the sewer, so I'm assuming it's just
Yeah.
it's going to be bad the whole time, no matter what.
But if
not
it-
pleasant.
If it goes not bad, that's probably an indicator that something's
Yeah.
happening.
Now you are seeing signs of tracks down
Okay.
these steps.
As in just boots,
Is
or
there anybody
as
who's
in,
particularly good at tracking in the? Oh wait, that's Arthur.
I was going to say
Arthur is.
the guy in the lead probably is the best at,
Yeah.
but
We
So
can
he
definitely-
announces there are tracks down here, large.
Do you have any idea what they would be
Medium-sized
from?
clawed feet.
Clawed feet.
so it's the predator. Yeah.
So, but a bunch of them.
More than one?
Back and
Alright.
forth, or all moving in one direction?
Back and forth.
Okay, so it could be one.
Any drag marks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Being a hunter myself,
Yes.
and with a point in lore, can I get a roll here? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it, man. Do it.
Make a lore check and see. Make it a not mundane. The next one up.
Well, okay.
What's the
let me see.
difficulty up from mundane? Challenging?
Routine?
No, it should be challenging. I think.
Easy peasy.
Extremely simple. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No worries. We're
Figuring
not
this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Lord check difficulty is.
So you open up.
You said 1 from challenging. I'm
So
sorry.
Whoops. Sorry, I need to select your own character.
Yeah, I opened up the skill roll
There you go.
macro, selected lore, and now I see all the pertinent things.
So now
for
you
that.
see benefit, modifier, hardships, difficulty,
Absolutely.
injuries, wound, hardships, right?
Yes.
So difficulty is
Yep.
applicable.
Okay.
It is not mundane. It's the next one up. Challenging.
Challenging.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not injured, no wounds, so I
Yep.
should be able to just go and hit the roll.
Yep.
Good luck.
Oh, you succeeded. Well done.
All right.
So yeah, challenging. The nice thing about heroes and hardships is that it adapts. The difficulty adapts to the power level of the person who's rolling.
Oh, so so one person's difficulty isn't the same as another person's
Well,
difficulty.
you're all power level 1, so challenging is
Oh,
15.
okay.
But if
Okay.
you're power level 2, then challenging is 20. If you're power level 3, challenging is 30.
Oh, okay.
Right. Mundane is always 10. But the rest change. And so do
So
the bonus sets. They change with power level. a number of other things, your armor, your protection, all of those things change with power level.
Okay.
So
And as I'm,
how we interpret the result there, Jay? Well,
yeah, I don't.
for me,
Yeah,
for
I'm a
me and
five.
the rest of the
It's
people,
greater than 0, so
Okay.
it's succeeded.
it needs to break 0. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a minus 15 for the difficulty.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
he
see that.
rolled
A 14 and a 6.
a 6 and a 14.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Okay.
it's
And
very
as
nice.
I'm kneeling down inspecting this, I will out loud
Okay.
say my thoughts.
They look like rats, only bigger.
Can I tell if they're walking on all fours or
They
two
are not.
legs?
Well, there's a combination.
If I,
There are some that appear
oh,
to
okay,
be, you can see hind feet. You
okay.
can
So,
see actually, let's have you roll
so
a
more maybe. Okay,
perception or investigation.
I think investigation. That would be where I would want to go to. I'm not even going to look at my scores. I think that's what.
Yeah.
Would you like some assistance with some investigation? That was a bit of a
Abs-
specialty of mine.
Absolutely, and I'll make room, and we'll make sure we got some good light here.
And is it the same challenging status as before, or is it different?
No, this one is hard.
Are we both going to roll, or can one of us help
Oh.
the better investigator?
Is one of you particularly good at helping other people?
I'm not
How
sure
would
what that would be. I have
how
one
would we
in
know that?
investigation. I know that much.
Right.
Yeah, I've got 1 in investigation, 2 in
Right.
intelligence. So
Ah, Cedric. What does that mean?
I have 2.
2 in
Investigation.
investigation?
you're a far better investigator than me.
Yeah.
Well, you may be. I don't know. Does intelligence come
Hey,
into
yeah,
play?
he's over there looking at you, going, "What are we looking at, gentlemen?"
So it looks like, and like I said, I was saying this out loud. So it looks like rats,
Yep.
giant
Well, yeah, you
for
said that
sure.
part, and then you started skewering. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like,
And
okay, there's
I'm
rat
having a
marks.
hard time seeing if they were,
So you can point out.
moving on 4 legs
Yeah.
or 2 legs, or maybe there's
Oh,
both. Maybe both.
So you and Arthur are likely the most knowledgeable
Okay.
about things in nature.
Okay.
And
Definitely.
having identified the footprints that they exist, figuring out what they are is you can all gather around. You've got a lantern and whatnot, and
yeah.
Arthur can point out, yeah, we've got this footy print here. Is different than this one here. This one looks like a hind foot. This one looks like a forefoot. And then we have these squiggly things which look like maybe tail drag marks, because it's quite slushy coming down these steps. But then we also have, it looks like somebody was dragged down here, as you said. And those are much larger than the little squiggly tail marks.
Yeah.
So these look like rats carrying a person, only a heck of a lot larger than your average rat.
Yeah.
They're not human-sized footy prints. Let's say a human-sized foot is a foot. These are like the hind feet would be about 6 to 8 inches.
Okay.
Varying sizes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not small.
Okay.
Right.
Make sure you fellas with the shields are at the front, okay?
Yeah, so I think if we're satisfied that we've gleaned all that we can, I think, yeah, let's start moving slowly forward, particularly listening. That we hopefully, hearing some claw against stone, at least that's what, Dordane's thinking.
Well, you're definitely hearing a drag thump, drag thump, drag
Definitely.
thump. That's coming from behind you.
It may be a bit affected as well, but he's never going to admit to that. One idea
Yes.
would be, could we try and lure them to us with something? I'm not sure. We don't know why they are dragging people from the city into the sewers. It may
could
be for
be
food. It may be
right.
for some more nefarious purposes. But
Right.
what could we try? What could we try and lure them out with? So could we attract them to us and then ambush them when they come? Basically, any ideas?
I mean, I think that's a possibility. I would like to get down to a main, thorough way and maybe see a little more.
Mm.
They might not be back this way for 2 days or 2 hours. We don't know.
Yeah,
But I
that's
think that's a
great
good
point.
idea. But I think let's maybe get to more of a
Yeah, let's
crossway
get
or
into a
something.
main part of the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I think
Okay.
an ambush sounds wonderful.
Or
So-
at least a food depot that somebody's going to come back to soon.
Right, for sure.
So why
Yeah.
don't you proceed?
Yeah, let's
Let's do that.
cautiously.
Or why don't we proceed, says Arthur.
Yeah.
And as far as cautious, we're a bright light in a dim room. We're not sneaking up on anybody.
Well,
Nope.
but we don't want to be loud, though. I agree with you. We do have a light, so from a distance, but if you turn a corner,
It reminds me of all those TV shows where the guys are looking for the baddies in a dark place with flashlights
with
in front of
flashlights,
their
yeah.
faces right next to their pistols,
Yeah.
exploring this darkened room.
Yeah. Instead of like the
Yeah.
flashlight out there, they're like,
Yep, exactly. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I think go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
No. I'm reacting to what you're now
I
seeing.
would just
Okay,
add to
I
that,
think-
apart from Buffalo Bill, though, in Silence of the
Hmm.
Lambs, which is the most scary bad guy I've ever seen in a movie when I was at that age, because he had like night vision goggles on in the basement.
yeah, that was if you put yourself in that position, that was a scary situation.
Yeah, that's really bad.
So we'll say that bit of imagery there, which is actually part of the scene and nothing I could do about it. We'll say that that is
Okay.
actually there.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I'm assuming your stream can see this, but I cannot see where the character has gone. Going
Did
around
you
the corner.
zoom out or click off of your character?
Yeah,
Oh,
click
click
onto
on-
Arthur. So sorry,
uh,
that's yeah. You
Ah,
you
okay,
all
I
need
need-
to select Arthur, and only one
Okay,
of you
now
move
now
him.
Arthur's selected. Okay, thank you.
So now you can
I'm
see
now
what
good.
Arthur is seeing.
Thank you.
Or I think if you click off of it, you should be able to see
Yeah,
what your character
that's
and
why I
Arthur are
could see
seeing.
what he was seeing. Yeah.
That's yeah, that's not a good look, is it?
Nope.
The volume of blood sprayed across the floor. That's that wasn't somebody who sliced their finger cutting onions. That was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the remnants of a fight to stay alive.
Yeah, and someone lost. That's for sure.
At this point, Cedric draws his sword.
Oh, you didn't
Is
have
that
it drawn
is that a
already?
dead body here?
Say again?
Is there a dead body on the floor there?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm obviously completely deaf. Maybe.
If we are going to walk towards that body, I will check it out. If we're going to walk past it and keep towards wherever the rats would be, I'm fine with that too.
See, why don't we leave Arthur in a good position, maybe here, to watch the room as we look at that body,
Well,
or at least a couple of us look at that body.
okay, just use Arthur as the party.
Well, I'm saying I would like him to be here.
Yes, okay.
Covering
with
people
his
a
with his bow and arrow, with his bow covering.
Okay.
As we go into the room.
I see.
And or at least maybe not all three of us don't need to, but I mean I'm good with doing it, or if someone else wants to.
No, that
that's
sounds
fine.
good to me. I'll stand here, Arthur, and just like look and listen. Yeah.
Kind of a cover, yeah, and then I will, and maybe Cedric.
Yeah.
He seems to be a better investigator than
I'm
me.
definitely
So maybe we'll go look at the body.
I've seen quite a few dead bodies and tried to figure out what's going on. Yes.
Yeah. So right. I mean, if we hear or see anything obvious, we'll stop. But otherwise, that will be the plan.
Yep.
I don't know if you want us to actually move our characters where they should be.
I guess you're going to have to if you're not going to move Arthur.
Well, we moved him where he's going to be. That's what I'll say.
So carry on and get yourselves up there.
I want to be right there.
Okay, so what we'll do... Who's got the torches? Or the lanterns?
I do.
Spiral does. Yeah.
So the weird thing is that the two guys with the lanterns are staying at the back.
No,
So-
I have
Oh, you have
a
one as
lantern.
well?
I'll pass it. Yeah, if we're out of combat, I'll pass you a lantern. So I'll take
Okay.
it off me.
Good enough. Now I need all of you to stop and make a perception check, please.
Okay. Difficulty.
Just let her go.
Okay.
A lot of skills in this game. Okay, perception.
There was a macro. I dragged that one down. I figured we're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
use that
using
one.
it.
Yeah, that makes things very quick.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, but Spiral, you said you've got yours set to -20. So you actually rolled an 18 as well. So we got 3 18s and a 25.
Sorry.
Um,
How do I set that to reset to each time?
oh, it
the
does.
difficulty
I
mod?
think it has.
No, I set it to hard previously.
And is it now set to hard? Or is it set
Yeah.
to not applicable?
That's why I just didn't even check it. Let me try again.
Go to that skills macro and see if it's
Yeah,
stayed there.
just roll the same thing again and see if it's still set to hard.
Yeah, we'll do. I think it is because I said it previously.
By default,
It's not set to hard. Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah, by default it resets after it's rolled. After anything
Every
is
roll.
rolled.
Yeah.
I don't remember resetting it, but okay. My bad.
Good enough. Cedric.
Yeah.
You hear chittering to your south.
I will nudge Doradine with my sword and point with it.
Okay. I will shield up, trident ready, and look to the south where he's pointing. Not saying a word, but ready for combat, and take a glance over at Arthur and Spiral to see if they're looking out.
They're looking
the room, which I
east.
think they were.
They're
So
looking east, not south.
Is there any type of opening over here, even like a small little crevice?
There is not.
Okay, so more than likely the sound is coming from over here in the darkness.
And I'll just kind of nod over, as we, maybe take a half step.
Cedric.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's
for
not your
Cedric.
impression.
I'm sorry.
Your initial impression was this is where you think the sound is coming from. That direction.
Yeah, over in this darkness versus this wall.
Here.
Okay.
It's not a wall. It's not a wall south. There's a passage going south.
Well, there's a wall.
Yeah,
And a wall.
That's what I'm saying. Is there an opening here, or is that just a wall?
It's a wall.
Yeah.
So go and investigate the wall, but be very, very careful.
I'll start. As I slowly start to move over, I don't know if I pick up the noise, but do I hear it above, below, straight ahead?
Sorry, you're not hearing a thing.
Okay.
Only Cedric heard it.
Okay. I can't where I'm at.
That's why it was okay. If you stop,
Yeah, which I did. Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Cedric's going to move up and try to figure out where the sound is coming from. Like you said, either behind these casket thingies or in the ceiling and the floor.
Right. Maybe concealed door. Yeah.
Be very careful, fellas.
Okay.
And I'm going to set the lantern down.
You're not allowed to do that. It's very difficult in a VGT.
Yes, it is. So if you're putting the lantern down, who said that? Cedric?
Cedric's putting the lantern down.
Cedric's putting a lantern
Lose
down.
all your experience for causing the GM undue stress.
All my 0 experience gone like that.
All of it down to 0 again.
So this thing, advanced option, provides vision. There we are. Update it. Did that, and, oops, I need to get off that. Cedric no longer has.
Okay, yeah, I
Lantern.
saw a change.
Something happened, yeah.
Yep.
It got slightly darker.
Yes. You just put a light source in the spot, right?
I put a
Cedric?
light source down
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the ground.
I think
Now,
that worked.
I
Yep.
think what I'm going to do actually, and I don't know where, I mean, in another game, I have something that's actually a brazier. It's an actor that you can then move.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very handy. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest down there.
Okay. With the light.
And I'm going to make the chest emit light so
Okay.
that you
there
can
you
pick it up and move
That's
it.
a lantern. Okay.
Nice.
Let me figure this out here. Just a moment. Light.
Yeah, there's all kinds of modules. I haven't looked at.
Light
I know you can
radius.
pick up things. And
We'll go
Yeah,
with...
this is one thing that is a little cumbersome at the moment in Foundry.
yes, absolutely.
It's getting there, but it could be improved.
Yeah, very much so.
So
I set up.
you
can set up actors. I set up like a torch actor and just have different tokens for torches.
But
lanterns.
can you grab him, or do
Yeah,
you have to move it
and
separately?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's say like my character picks that character up and then moves. I have my light source, and then I put that character down. Or no, you have to move each one separate, or select them both and then move them.
There are modules where you can have
Yeah.
other things moving at the same time as you, which would probably account for that. But
Okay.
yeah. I don't use it.
So
like you said, though, it's a little cumbersome.
What I'm going to do... Oh, can I grant you guys...
Yeah, we should be able to configure ownership of that chest.
Configure ownership.
All Farrell is
character.
thinking
All
is he
players,
absolutely
owner.
doesn't want to be in the cellars
Save
right now.
changes.
In the...
So why don't you guys try and move that chest now?
Is it a character? Yeah, I can. Yep.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
And does the light move with it?
I don't know
Yes,
if it
it
did.
did.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
they're like went.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
So
yeah.
that is a lantern.
Okay.
Cool.
Works. Although he would have put it right there.
Well, just stand by him, and then you should be able to left-click select both of them, and you move with the torch if you wanted to, Cedric. Or with the lantern.
He set it down right in front of him.
Yep, cool. So Dordain's just kind of sitting there because Cedric, because we're trying to be quiet. Cedric obviously heard something, but I'm not seeing anything. So I'm just gonna wait a couple of seconds.
I'll tap him on the shoulder since nothing jumped out at us yet.
Right.
And I'll move right there.
So
see if anything...
as you put the lantern down, everyone roll perception again, please.
Okay, hold on. Perception again.
And just roll it as is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God damn, Cedric. Wow.
What has happened? 40.
That is that's a reasonable effort on 3 dice.
It blew up twice. I got a 23 roll.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Good work.
And everybody else, middling.
Cedric can hear the stomach gurgling of a person sitting on a toilet the other side of the city.
Yeah, the other block, yeah.
At your 8 o'clock.
The Count's taking a whiz, yeah.
I mean, there is moving water. You can hear that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a sewer and there's water moving. It's not moving slowly. It's moving somewhat quickly. Well, a little bit quickly. It's not sludge. But to your 8 o'clock, as you are facing south, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're facing down towards the
absolutely.
wall in front of you. It's hard to tell because your character looks like he's facing north, actually.
Cedric looks like it, but yeah.
So what you can do is you hit shift and you can scroll the little black arrow around, right?
Okay, just like you were going to turn your token around. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, how do you change focus? Because I can't get it to center on my character.
I don't understand.
I need the screen to focus on my character.
Scroll in?
Because he's way over here.
Scroll in with your mouse?
Just,
Yeah, when I
right
scroll
click.
in, I'm over
just
where
left
we
click.
started at.
Just left click drag.
If you're trying to pan, then right click and drag.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And if you're zooming, then it's the scroll.
Yeah. So shift, and I can change a facing.
So if you've got your token
The little
selected
arrow.
and you hit
Yep.
shift and then use the scroll button, then you can see what's happening to the arrow. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
If you want those things not to be black, if you'd rather they were something else and maybe larger, I can make that happen.
No, I just need to.
Probably. I'm zoomed way in so that I can see.
Yeah, I can
what
see
they
mine,
are.
but you have to be pretty well zoomed in.
Yeah, you have
and
to
if
be
you've got
pretty
your guy
close.
selected and you move, then it's going to move the arrow in the direction that you're moving.
Yeah.
So you are now, I said now, when you were facing in that direction, that was the direction the noise
I
came
was
from.
looking over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
But 8 o'clock to there is the direction you were just headed, you and the chest, which was, let's call it the 2 o'clock for everybody.
Just keep it cardinal. I can't do relative clock face.
Okay, so map view 2 o'clock from Cedric is where he heard the noise.
Okay.
So to me, that means over here somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's over here.
It is over there. That's where you heard the splashing noise. Sorry, did I mention that it was a splash?
Oh,
I didn't get that far.
You didn't get that far. Okay.
You heard something that wasn't a normal movement of water. It was something moving, being put into and taken out of water.
Okay. So the reason why I came over here is because there was originally sounds to the south. Is this
that has ceased?
Sound to the south? Okay, so that got quiet, and now there's a big splash over here.
We'll call it a big splash, but it's... Yeah,
well,
you're the only one that heard
splash.
it.
Everybody else is like, what?
Has Spiral's not heard this? Okay, he won't say anything.
Nope.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Cedric. I'm looking around, but looking at Cedric also,
so
just kind of to lead.
He's going to tap you in the shoulder with his pommel again, point over there.
Okay.
And he's like, another one.
And at this point, I need, before you go any further, I need everyone to make one more perception check. And yeah, if you roll better than 40, then you're in business.
Wow.
Really? That's not particularly likely.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Nope.
Oh yeah, 46.
Yeah. Cedric, did you?
Oh, already?
Yeah, we got Doradane, Arthur, and Spiral.
Come on. Oh, please. Not selected the token. That's why it wasn't working.
Wow.
Almost.
Oh,
I will give it to you. I will give it to you. 37. Holy crap. You hear the straining of a bowstring.
Ooh.
And I will say duck.
Okay.
I just put my shield up, get my head behind it.
Spiral will say where, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I'm going in the 2 o'clock direction. That was the last thing that Cedric had pointed.
Well, if Spiral was watching,
he would know. But I was making a bird related comment. It wasn't particularly fun.
Okay.
One of the funniest scenes in one of the funniest movies that I love that nobody else gets is Radioland Murders with Brian Benben, and it was actually a George Lucas film that had nothing to do with Star Wars. During the 30s, with the radios were basically the entertainment, and people were getting killed. So, i.e., the title of the movie. Well, the lead cop was just getting aggravated, and he's yelling and screaming at everybody. And he said, "I want you to question every man, woman, child, and duck." And right as he said that, he screamed it. One of the characters just reacted like he's about to get shot, and I was like, "That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect."
It's like a Laurel Hardy scene or something, you know.
That sounds awesome.
Ah. An arrow has come out of the darkness in that direction and
Okay.
struck Doradane, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
it
got
has
struck by the darkness.
it has struck Doradane in the left arm.
Ouchie.
Ow.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a surprise type thing, so I don't think I can do anything about that
Yeah, I
one.
was just thinking that. Oh yes,
Yeah,
you can dodge, but no, you can't.
no, I mean I had my shield up, but beyond that, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it's just like he
But
didn't know where it was coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
you lucky sod.
Nah, he's not lucky.
Yes.
He shrugs it off.
You're gonna
No,
say that. You're gonna say that many more times than James.
Okay.
he was well prepared for this. Yeah.
Exactly.
At the same time,
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
um,
So, Jay, I know you're doing this as like an intro to the set and stuff, but talk through the good attack roll. Didn't do any damage. Why was that?
oh, um, okay.
Yeah, so I was
Sorry,
hit.
I'm not sure if what your
No,
audience is, but they may not know the rule set too well, or as well as learning
Right.
the.
So
Yeah.
the attack roll with 2 benefits for aim, but 4 hardships for range dice. Well, sorry, you're able to see these messages, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So 2 benefits for aiming and 4 range dice for extreme range for whatever weapon it is they're using. Oh, short bow. It's right
tells
there at
us,
the
yeah.
top.
Yeah, we can see
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Damage for short bow. Yeah.
The
Or,
target was
short bow range.
Doradane, left him, hit him in the left arm. Your base defense was 14, and their
14.
roll was 21, which means that
Mhm.
they had a base success value of 7. Then we rolled the 3 piercing damage, adding the 7 base success value. So for 10. So 3 plus 7, minus 3 for the location, because arms and legs are minus 3 damage. Head is plus 5. Torso is 0. And you had no protection in your arm,
Right.
right?
So you took
Correct.
7. Yeah.
Correct. I
So
only
you
have
took
head,
7
head and chest.
damage. Plus 3,
Okay.
plus 7, minus 3 is 7 damage. But
Okay.
because that was lower than your injury level of 8, you take no damage.
Okay. It
If
didn't
it
beat
had
that
been
threshold.
8, if it had been
Right.
8, you would have taken an injury.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was close. That's
Really,
why
Yeah.
you said you're lucky.
really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Now, that's about to happen again.
Now, does my active shield do anything? Since I know
No.
I've been shot.
So it's not happening to you.
Okay. But I'll yell out. I'll yell out.
And an arrow.
cover.
No,
Watch
at the
yourself.
same time. They happen at the
Oh,
same
okay.
time.
Okay. Okay.
An arrow wings past Cedric at the same time as the one struck you and bounced.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
He's got to say that in character.
I instantly.
Stephen.
I know. I'm not moving right this second, but I instantly go to charge in that direction.
Okay.
Oh,
Just a
instincts
moment.
cut in. I love that.
Just a moment.
Yep. Yep. You can't shoot someone that's standing 1 foot in front of you with a shield. So.
Okay.
Nope.
So I'm popping out the combat tracker.
All right.
We're rolling initiative for everyone. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, of course. I'll remove the chest from the combat.
Good. Just don't remove the light.
Yeah, just keep the light going.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Quick little boogers.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And Spyro wasn't lying about being slow. He is actually still quite slow.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what they do after they've fired an arrow and go, that didn't look good.
Yeah.
We didn't kill them right away. Now what?
Let's give it up our advantage.
Well, they're pretty quick. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They probably get another shot off before they have to run.
No dear.
Carry on, Doradane. What are you up to?
I am running in that direction as fast as I can, just like I said.
So what you'll want to do then is right-click, choose the status, run. Assign status. So right-click on your token.
Yep,
There you go.
got it.
You've got her. And then you're going to run how far? 3 to 5 action points will move you 6 to 10, call them squares.
Well, the minimum I'm going to run is till at least I can see who shot the arrows. So
Ooh,
minimum
I don't
you
know
said
if
was
that's
6.
going to happen.
Okay, well then he's going to run as far as he can in that direction.
So you run in that direction.
Yep.
Go for it.
And would you say 10 would be the max that I could do?
10, yeah.
Right there.
There you go.
I need the light.
Yes, you do.
You have run out of the light. Now, I've been fairly gracious with the whole light thing. I let you see 1 unit around yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Even in pitch black.
I know. Thank you.
Because otherwise it's, what the heck's going on?
Okay, so what am I need to spend my
Yeah, so you've spent 5 action points.
Okay. So I can click
So you could use
Urge.
the spend AP tracker, and with your token selected, hit 5 AP, and then it'll do it.
Okay. And there I go.
Boom, done.
Thank you. That's a nice convenient macro.
Yeah, really helpful.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can move these. Sorry, I'm having some issues with my macros sitting there. Okie doke. Who's up? Cedric.
Cedric. Since Dordain ran, as far as you can tell, into the darkness.
We're not going to see him again. Let's escape.
and
Run
Spiral,
away!
You've got a lantern as well, or did you have a torch?
Spiral, I turned it off because I thought I'd given it. I was carrying one, but I gave it.
Yeah, I've got Spiral's lantern.
I think I gave it to you.
Arthur and Cedric had one, I think.
Yeah. Okay, good enough.
Lanterns.
So I'm just going to copy that lantern and paste it next to Arthur. So he's put his lantern down when you told him to stand there and cover.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, makes sense.
So that's where his lantern is.
Okay. I'm going to grab the lantern and run about halfway so that he can at least be in the light. I'm not trying to run all the way to him. I presume I have to still run to get there.
Well, let's grab the lantern first, shall we?
Yes.
Yep.
So are you interacting or interacting quickly?
Quickly.
Okay. That involves a roll.
Yes.
Uh-oh. He kicks the lantern over, a huge explosion of oil, everyone dies.
He's lit on
That would have
fire.
been my preference. I
The
didn't
rats
think about
eat
that.
Dordain.
Well, when you said grab, I
Yeah.
assumed it was quickly, rather than I pick up the lantern and
combat.
and saunter in that
It's
direction.
combat.
No,
Yeah, you've got
I grab it and run.
I grab it with my shield arm and run. Yes.
Ooh.
Especially since the last words from Dordain were, "I need a light." So.
Combat. I'm sorry. What am I looking for?
So what's he roll to pick it up? I think that's where we were at.
It's not the battlefield. It's combat actions. Action types. Offensive actions. Yes. Why is my brain disengaged here?
Well, take a second. We're in no hurry.
Interact. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I knew I had the right words. Distract, draw, grapple, hit and run.
It is a Monday.
Interact quickly. Okay. This action could be drawing a weapon, switching weapons, picking up an object, opening doors, and more.
Excellent.
Interact quickly. Good. Challenging acrobatics.
Challenging? Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, challenge. Well, challenge is not bad.
Now
right?
here's the result if you fail. So if successful, the character completes the action with 1 AP. If you fail, it takes 3 AP instead. Interact takes 2.
Okay.
How are your acrobatics?
I've got 1 in acrobatics.
And
All
your
right.
agility is?
Agility is 2.
All right.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about that.
So my difficulty is what?
Challenging.
Challenging?
So 15.
Come on,
So
you've got
you're rolling 3 dice, keeping the best 2.
No,
Okay.
you really don't
So,
have
yeah.
that. Oh, you should do. That's a 6.
So that's
Got
a
it.
positive.
Yes, you've included the difficulty.
So my recommendation, James, if you want like a bit of feedback on the UI, is the grey bar where it's got the equals 6. Change the color of that if it's positive or negative, like green or red or something, if that's possible.
But the thing is, we don't know if they included the difficulty or not. If they include the difficulty, then it's success. If they didn't include the difficulty, who knows?
No, that's fine. I understand that, but it just makes
Right.
it clearer. You can educate your players on how to like use the
Yep.
system better, but
Well-
it just makes it a more obvious. And have like trumpets going off and like bells and whistles and
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Mr. Automation.
confetti.
Colors
Yeah.
are nice though. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So I spent 1 to pick up and then
Yeah, so
2
you
to
got 4
interact.
more.
So that's 3, right?
Sorry. Say
1
that
to
again,
pick up.
Shane. Shane, say it again.
How many AP did I just spend to pick up the lantern?
1.
Just 1. Okay.
Is that because you made the roll?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Otherwise, it would have
So
been
you
3.
have
All right.
you just spent the 1.
Okay.
That's why the spend AP thing is so handy, because you've just got your own token selected. You hit 1 AP and it spends it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
So
It's quicker than fiddling with the thing in the.
Okay, that's a good question now. Okay,
What?
so he just done that. He picked up the lantern.
Yep.
He was successful. Does he have to spend that? Or
Yes.
can he
yeah, it
Okay, so
spins
that
before I
might be the
actually
end of
do
his
it.
turn then.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the end of his action. Yes.
Okay.
You pick up the lantern. Your intent is then to run with the lantern, right?
Right. But you
Now-
might have to wait. You might have to wait though.
Yeah,
Except
other
that
people might
because
Right. They're
disturb that. Yes.
okay.
because
Okay.
sorry, I'm seeing Jeff, not Doradane. Because Doradane has spent 5 AP already,
Right.
he's still behind you. He's still going to run and catch up with you.
Okay.
You as you headed out of there and went into the darkness.
Right.
Say,
And that
"I
might
need
be
light."
actually even happening at the same time, but
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's in
Right.
parallel.
So he's
yeah.
still
Right, right,
behind you in the timeline.
right. Okay.
The next person
Sounds
to go
good.
is Arthur, who is standing fast. He's cover, and
Yeah.
he's not running. Sorry, he's not running anywhere because his light is right at his feet, and he's quite happy with that. So he is simply going to spend 1 AP and Spiral, you're up.
So Spiral says, put the lanterns out. They won't be able to see you.
Who are you
And
talking to?
Well, just in general. Whoever's carrying
Just
lanterns.
calling out.
And in
Calling it out.
general, responds with silence.
Well, in general, I don't like your response. I want a better response than that, please.
In general,
Okay,
they'll
spend
spend the
your
smart
AP now
ass.
that you've discussed this with in general at length.
1 AP. Oh no, this is a full conversation. This is 17 AP. So
There's more
I will-
coming.
yeah, there's. I haven't
He's going to
started
give
with
you
the
the
insults yet.
dissertation of
That
why
was the
you do that.
beginning. Hold on.
Yeah, I
This
was just
is-
yelling. I was
Yeah,
yelling
just the
into the
start.
void. I was just yelling into the void.
Void.
Close the lanterns down and get out of the light, and then I will.
Sorry, you wanted the lanterns shut down?
Yeah, because actually, yeah, I would. I'm quite intelligent, but basically, it's very easy to see the targets if they're like right next to the lanterns. So I would say close the lanterns down or shield them or whatever. But
then
and
we
then I
can't see.
will. Oh yeah, and just hit the deck or whatever. But if you're getting shot at with bows, we can then find out where they're coming from and then adjust. But then I've never been in the military. That would be a stupid idea. So and then I will say, I won't say anything. I will shuffle. Would I shuffle?
The curly shuffle.
Well,
I could
you
shuffle.
said something interesting, and you were trying to figure out what it was you were directing people to do. That's going to take you an AP to deliver.
Oh, I would, yeah, like trying to direct traffic is definitely an AP. I'm trying to think if I haven't got any targets.
Nope.
Trying to
No,
prep
no.
a spell wouldn't be any point.
You only
I'm
saw where
gonna,
Dordain ran, but that, yeah,
yeah,
no visible targets.
so I'm gonna move behind Arthur. So I'm gonna say that, move behind Arthur, and just kind of,
Okay.
oh, oh my, oh my knees as I like crouch down behind him a bit.
Too
So
many
what?
stairs.
How many AP would
2.
that take? Two
Well,
AP.
no.
Okay,
Let's call it 3.
3 AP. Okay.
So you're now you've said something about shutting down the lights, and everybody's looking confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even.
And then
Yeah,
you step behind Arthur, who's going, "What the hell was that?" Um,
Crouched behind Arthur like an absolute
it's
abject
all
coward.
part of the
That's what it is.
master plan, Arthur.
Yeah,
Hold
don't
on.
worry, I've got it all sorted, Arthur. It's okay.
The
okay.
You
master
stand there. You
Cedric
stand
is
there.
Splinter.
yeah. Spiral's the
I
mastermind.
think.
Just listen.
Okay, so
We got these little ah twang twang, or what do
I'm
we got
just
going
thinking
on?
about that. Um, Sorry, I shouldn't think about it for too long. I just need
Ah,
to no reload. Okay, so the system has abstracted things to do with ammunition and reloading. So some weapons, like the short bow, have no reload as a quality, which means that you don't have to spend
they're
an
free.
action reloading them. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can shoot them and then shoot them again and shoot them again.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Um,
I've seen people do that in real life. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So in time terms, roughly, what would 1 AP translate to if you were?
1 second.
So,
Yeah.
so you're saying they could literally fire every second?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe it might be 2 seconds, but
that's not
no
that
more than 2.
unrealistic. Yeah, you've seen fast boatmen. They're
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh yeah.
Um, Sorry, now I'm trying to get back to what I was doing.
Yep.
There we are, and there's no aim this time.
Wow.
That's ugly.
Yeah, that's no good.
That's going to leave a mark.
Well, I'm hoping my shield can do something there. I don't know.
Would you like to block it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean that was his intention. I said that my shield's up and I'm running in that
Yeah.
direction.
So
Holy
I'll
mackerel,
allow
that's
you a block for 1 AP.
Okay. And you're gonna have to walk me through how I'm gonna roll that, James.
All right, so you select. Oh,
Well, first thing, spend your AP.
no, there's a problem. Because he can't see the person that he's blocking.
I'm just blindly.
Yeah.
This doesn't give you a real
I
answer,
mean, the
but my
system's
shield
not
is
going to
up
let
in
you do
front of
it,
me.
so I'm going to do it for you.
Okay.
Because I can see your target. And you can't.
How
But-
do I
Yeah.
interpret those? How do I interpret that 31 result? I can see 18 star 17, 8, 18 star 8, 9.
Okay, the top row is 4.
Yeah.
The bottom row is against.
Okay, so you've reduced it by the bottom right? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Because he's got 2 hardships for range dice,
2 hardships
medium
for
range,
range. Ah,
Okay.
okay, okay.
and the
Thank you.
target is running for another -3. Which is why it's important to mark that you're running, because it affects die rolls
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
the
they might
distance
have a
that you can
minus.
move.
That's astonishing automation.
So he's-
That's pretty good.
I
There's a
know.
lot there. There's a lot there.
Excuse
Yeah,
me
there
while
is,
I buff my fingernails on my chest.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
so my
No.
only suggestion is just label the rows. So one is benefits and one's
I
hardship.
can't.
You can't do that. You can, okay, it's
No.
just dice rolls, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
it's part of
Fair enough.
Foundry's
Yeah, it's the core
templated dice
stuff.
rolls.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 exploded dice is a really good result.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, I'm with you now.
so his base success value is 17.
Right.
After going through all of the normal stuff and hitting you in the left arm again. So you know that the left arm is going to do -3 damage. which
Yeah,
means
my shield's right there, though. My left arm is my shield.
Yes. So I'm going to roll it for you. I have you
Okay.
selected and them targeted,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm going to bring you up combat. Now, I'm using Kite Shield R block, which is ranged block.
Yep.
And
Okay.
because he's not adjacent to you, it's going to give you a hardship on your block.
Okay.
And I don't need to worry about that. And you rolled a 23.
Not
That's
a bad
pretty good.
roll.
So,
Yeah.
what that means is that we compare his 31
Right.
to the
8,
23 that is now your defense. So what
So
has
we got an
happened
8.
is,
8. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
if you see wrapped in green there, your new defense is 23. Your old defense
Yes.
was 14.
Okay.
Okay, so you've improved it by 9. But
Nice.
really, you don't need to worry about that math. You just look at his roll of 31 against your roll of 23, and the difference is
Okay.
8. Yeah?
So 8.
So instead of a plus
so that
17, he now has an 8, which you'll
Okay.
know 17 minus 8 is 9, which is the difference between 14 and 23. So the math matches. It doesn't matter which of the two calculations you do, it ends up with the same number.
Okay.
But I find it easier to look at 31 and 23 and do that
Right.
math.
And now he's going to use that for the damage roll.
So he now, and now it's him, so I need to actually select him
Right.
and
Select
target
him.
you.
Target me.
And bring that up and then type in the new damage value of 8. And that might be a problem for you.
It might. We'll see.
It is a problem for you.
Yeah.
That's
Thou
okay.
hast been injured, sir.
All right.
Which means you're at -3 to all actions from this point on until the end of the fight.
Now, do I need to do something to say that I'm injured on
You
my
do
character
not.
sheet? Okay.
Again, with that fantastic automation, if you open up your character sheet, you'll
Yep,
now see
it's
the
open.
injury -3 in the header. Your
The
injuries and your
black-
wound hardships, you have an injury and
black
it's
spells.
-3.
Okay. Got it. Yep.
All right, so that was that one. This one here is saying, holy crap, shoot.
Yep.
And he does exactly the same thing. He's already got you
Yeah.
targeted.
Oh, yeah.
so,
That's a smart thing.
and he shoots as well. And there's
All right, let's
no...
put some hex on this guy.
He's less successful.
Okay.
And you know by looking at that... Oh, wait. Right leg? Okay. Same sort of thing. You know it's going to be a -3. You know that you don't even have to dodge that one. By the way, did you spend your 1 AP?
No, I did not. No, I did not. Let me do that right now. Okay.
Sorry. Arthur just spent an AP.
I like that.
Arthur
The
did?
NPC just spent. That's awesome.
Sorry. I must have had him.
I've just unspent Arthur's.
We're
We're looking. All you need to do is select your
There
own
we
token
go.
and spend.
Yeah,
it.
I just didn't have my guy selected. There he is. I went from 5 to 6. Yep.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that.
No worries. So you know that this guy effectively missed you.
Okay.
I mean, he hit you, but he didn't hurt you.
Right. Okay.
Hit the shield.
So I got one arrow sticking in me, but I'm not doing that bad.
Right. It may have torn something on the way by. That's about
Yeah.
it. You are not, as the system says, bleeding. You've been hit. All right. So Cedric, you're up.
Cedric.
Right. Now you can set the running and off you go.
Okay. So right click. Running.
Status effects running. There you go. Remember to select you and the chest.
Oh. And 4 hexes is acceptable as a run because I'm still green, I believe. I can't really see because Bailey is attacking me here.
Oh,
Come on, Bailey.
Oh,
an attack of love. There you go.
No, she's telling me I need to go pee, Daddy. So after I back out,
Yep, go right ahead. Yeah.
Let me out.
let me out, Daddy.
So you want to move? Wait, we'll move you 4 hexes in that direction. Let's just Control Z. Actually, I can't Control Z. You need to. There you go. And I'll try and do the same thing and drag you in that direction. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, and then he's just going
So you want to go to there. 4
yeah,
AP.
Well, actually, I'm going to go here.
There?
Yeah, well, not way back here, but I'm going to get close to this thing.
You want to be up here.
Yeah, so I can see down the way.
Oh, clever.
There?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, Bailey.
And we'll spend the 4 AP for you.
Please, thank you.
Arthur says, "Oh, targets." Now this is a weirdness of the system because obviously those targets aren't going to come into sight until somewhere around AP 5 or 6, AP 5, and he's only at 1. But we'll just suspend disbelief and carry on. Cedric has exposed the targets, and now Arthur's going to shoot the target. Seeing as he already had his bow out. Oh. Sorry, I'm just going to do a little measury thing. That's 21 hexes. That one would go straight. Well, Dorodane's in the way. That's okay. We'll just take a hardship so that we don't shoot Dorodane.
Yeah, do not shoot me in the back.
Yeah, that would end the alliance.
Yeah, no shooting in the back.
Okay. So he'll spend 3 AP, and then he will longsword. Where's the bow? There's the bow.
Nice.
And we'll take 1 hardship. Now the hardship is not to avoid hitting you. Well, it is. It's for cover because they're hard to see.
Okay.
Through you. So we're taking a hardship. If you had been in melee with them, then the hardship would have been. It might have been a combination of them. If you are in melee with somebody else and he's shooting into melee, if he doesn't take a hardship and he misses the target he's shooting at, he will hit somebody else.
Probably hit me. Yeah.
In this case, it's for cover.
Makes sense.
So I'm just letting that go. He's pretty good with the bow.
Let's get a positive. Yep. There we go.
Oh, no. He missed.
Oh, no?
Yep. Despite all of the stuff.
Oh, it's
he had 1 hardship too
four
many.
Hardships, yeah. -3 there. Is that what the actual outcome is?
Yes. -3 is his base success value, so he did not succeed.
Okay.
It was close.
He didn't shoot me in the back, so I'm happy.
He didn't do that. Oh, right. The targets are small. That didn't help.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The range is extreme, and you were in the way.
Yeah. That was a hard shot. Hopefully he'll improve his placement before he does that again.
Spiral.
Shit. Spiral says, and
you gotta step it up.
I'll catch you up, boys. So, he's gonna
yes, up here.
You heard a couple of grunts up front, and a lot of arrows flinging.
Yeah, I can't really see what you're firing at, but I can tell by the movement and everything that there's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's kicking off up there, so he would. He's going to move, kind of up to here and kind of hug the wall. So, how
are you moving it to run?
No, I don't want to give the game away to Cedric because he's already
not yet.
very suspicious.
Tell him you teleported. He'll believe you.
Yeah, you can't run until like January.
No, absolutely not going to be any running going on.
So just drag yourself one hex in that direction, and spend the AP.
Okay.
Oh, really? That's it? Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
I'm feeling slightly guilty, but not enough. Not guilty enough yet. Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys start taking
somebody ran
damage,
away from
I'll
the
take a lot more
spellcaster.
guilt.
Yeah, there's not screams yet. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a grunt.
Yeah. I will maybe cast a spell soon if I can see things, but not
Yeah.
right now.
I know we can't see. Oh, okay. I can't see them.
So how is it?
I haven't had a turn in like a half an hour. That running
I'm
killed me.
wondering what's going on here. Yeah, I was just wondering that. It's bizarre, but he's about to shoot you
I'm
again.
still wait. Yeah, well, they're shooting at one AP. That's why they're getting a ton of shots.
No. They're shooting at 3.
Two.
But you
Oh,
did a
3?
long run to put yourself
Yeah,
into
but that's
that
only
spot.
5 though. 5 and 2 shots is 6 for them then.
Yes, and
No,
so they've now
okay.
moved below you in the track.
Or they
after
will be.
this shot.
Yeah.
After this shot.
All right. Well, yeah. Shields up. That's all I can do. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you card?
Yeah.
Card?
Oh,
that was
There
miserable.
we go. Yeah.
garbage.
Wonderful.
Love that.
I love it.
Was
Yep.
that was
That's
trash.
perfection. Let's do that again.
Okay, so
You've
this guy
scared them by
I think so. Holding my
you-
ground.
You,
at you
did
as
your
well.
war face? That was it. That's what it was.
Short bow.
Oh, are you kidding me? Is this guy freaking Hawkeye or what?
What?
What the shit is that? Plus 20?
Eat lead.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well,
now
at
you
least have
now
light
you hear
now that you can use
screams.
your
Would
shield.
Now you hear screams.
Where did he hit you? In the
Okay.
torso.
Yeah,
so this
oh,
was
I got
kinda
armor
smart.
there at least.
You
And
do,
you
but
can
would you like to
see-
block?
So you should be able to
Absolutely.
block.
I have to block.
So, but
My shield's up. My
can you
shield's
see him
up
now?
ready to block.
you
Yeah,
can see him
absolutely.
now. So you
Yep.
you go ahead and block for yourself.
Okay, so let's see here.
Target the other guy.
And it's rattling number
Oh, I
3.
target one of
the
them?
top one.
Rattling.
The top
oh,
one
top
is the one that shot
Okay. All right, got him targeted. And then I do not that one.
R block.
Okay, on my character sheet. So,
Character sheet, defenses, kite shield, R block.
Defenses, car block. All right, here we go. And I don't want to. Oh wait.
Nope.
Oh, I'm under 1 hardship though. No,
Built
that's
in.
already taken care of.
Built
okay.
in.
All right, here we go. Oh, that was a good
Well
roll.
done.
But not good enough.
Well done. Almost.
Yeah, I mean,
He still hit
2
you.
left.
He still hit you, but
New defense is 32, and he had a 34.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it just skidded off my. It probably hit my shield. Yeah, hit the armor and.
So, for example, if he had been hitting you with a poisoned something or other, he would have hit you, which
Okay.
means that the poison could have been delivered. Or if he was a zombie who was clawing you, and this
Okay.
would be a hit.
Disease or something.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Or a stun baton or something like that.
Okay,
Then a
but-
hit allows
all
the
right.
stun effect to go through.
Okay.
But
But it was just
yeah,
damage, so I shrugged that off. It doesn't meet my injury threshold.
right.
Okay.
It doesn't even do
Oh,
that.
nice.
So
That was
there's the
awesome.
Pierce, the global modifier, which is the base success,
Oh,
a
wait,
total of
and I-
5. But
and I-
you've got your armor.
Right. And I
Right.
need to spend 1 AP though, correct?
You do.
Okay.
Keep the
let me do
shield
that.
up. It's working
Yeah.
well.
The shield, yeah, the shield is right, badass.
yeah,
Okay.
you were absolutely right about that. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're back to Arthur.
Help me
I'm
out here.
still at the
Yes.
bottom. How
He
the
is
hell?
at 719. Why is he less than 723 and 728?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm still at the
sorry,
bottom.
because 28 is bigger than 23, which is bigger than 19.
Okay, those two numbers are separate.
Yes.
Right.
The period isn't really a period.
Is not a
That's
decimal
what it is.
point.
Okay, so it's not 7.2. It's 7 and then a 28.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because wow.
Oh, I see what you mean, because of course it's going from
It's a
small
19.
to big
Yeah.
on the left of the period and big to small on the right of
Yeah.
the period.
Yeah, that's not intuitive yet.
And I checked. after the last comments, and there's really no way to divide those because it really does treat them as two separate numbers.
Right.
Sorry, does it treat them as two separate numbers?
Can you change the full stop to, I don't know, a dash or
That's what I was thinking of, that there's...
Yeah,
No.
for sure.
So you can't. Okay.
No, because I am making it into a decimal,
Okay.
I think.
No, you can't be because
No, I will think about it again. I might be able to change it to something else.
It's not a big deal. It's just an educational thing for players. That's all. But it's not intuitive. Once we know what it means, it's
similar
right,
to Arthur and Spiral. Arthur is 13. Spiral is 12. You'd think Spiral would go first.
Should be above, yeah.
Because he has less.
Less, yeah.
Yeah. But he's equal with a higher initiative, is Arthur. So he's only really concerned about the ratlings. So what he's going to do is he's going to act before they do, and he knows that 13 is less than theirs, so he can only go to 6.13. He will spend 2 AP. Sorry, is anybody lost in what I just said?
No, they have a 7. He has a 4, so if he's at he spends 2,
6,
he's at 6.
So if he went to 7, his 13 is smaller than their 28.
Oh, so
he would be
got
going after them,
yeah.
Right? So he wants to go
AP.
before them, so he'll just spend the 2 AP and aim.
Oh.
There you go.
And he's going to aim, and I'm going to open up his sheet and go AP spent will be 2 when it comes time for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So that's him done. Spiral.
So let me check.
Stagger off in northwesterly direction.
Yeah, he is. I'm just seeing. I won't be there for the next 2 hours. I'm going to see if
I've done nothing but run, so hey, don't worry.
I'm going to see if I can. Telekinesis, does that work?
You're going to have a chance to do something very shortly, Jeff.
Yep.
Sorry, let me just check.
Yeah.
Except that they go first because you. Oh, jeez.
I know. I keep defending, and they
keep shooting.
It'll finally turn around this time, I think.
If they don't kill you,
if they're spending 3 and I'm only spending 1.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the room that I could pick up and hump around with one hand? I'm thinking about throwing something into the corridor.
There's
or
the lantern at Arthur's feet.
Yeah, that's extremely tempting. Actually,
Right.
It's very, very tempting. But I won't. I'm just going to move then. Is Cedric? I just want to check. Is Cedric looking up the corridor?
I don't know what you mean.
No, I just want to make sure
he's looking down
he
towards
can't,
the targets.
He can't see me if I moved faster than a shuffle.
No, he's looking the wrong way.
I'm gonna run then.
Okay, so make sure you set yourself to a run first.
To run. What's that? Is that just R?
Yeah, one of the R's.
Okay.
It's the only R.
Yeah, and then how far do I drag myself?
Well, at least 3. Sorry, at least 6.
Oh, should I take my R off?
Nope, not until you do something.
Okay. Okay, I was just checking. Yeah.
That R is helping.
I don't want to take it. No, I know, but
it.
I don't want to use it if I'm not supposed to use it. That's all.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, moves up to there.
So that was 6.
Yep.
3 AP, please.
3 AP.
And Arthur is distracted.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
So yeah, you basically
Cedric
saw him.
didn't see shit. Yeah.
He grabbed it. Cedric is my main problem. I think. Actually, I think.
Dorothy wasn't looking either.
Arthur is
Spiral
very
is
discreet.
a intelligent individual, and he could see that Cedric, even though he seems to have some special sense, is really focused on something down the hallway.
Yeah, but Arthur has just witnessed the SR-71 going past on his left.
It's a miracle.
What the hell was that? Off he goes.
He caught a vapor.
Yeah.
All right, Cedric, you're up, my man.
Alrighty.
But he's not in on the whole thing, sort of.
Yeah, we got to get in. We got to take care of this.
So
yeah, I should have whispered. Maybe could I retcon that and just whisper don't tell Cedric. To
Boom. Okay, you can tell him don't tell Cedric on your way
Yeah.
by. But Cedric,
Cedric's been real cool with me. Don't tell him.
can you roll a perception check, please?
Me?
You,
You've been killing him. Just keep it
Mr.
up.
Eagle Ears thus far.
Yeah, he's been.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
Whispering anything
I'm
in
really
this environment
focused on
is
these rat creatures in front of me.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have a giant rat pop out on us now.
Let's just see if
Uh,
you're.
Any difficulty?
No.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Nice.
No.
Oh yeah. Just spill it all, James. He sees
No
and hears
way.
everything.
He did not hear a thing.
With a 35?
Yeah.
No, I need to make some sort of communication roll for I did it in sign language.
Oh no.
It
I
was
don't
a
think that
foreign
was what it
language.
was
I see.
for.
We're retconning it again and again
Yeah,
and
yeah.
again. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Let's try something else. I didn't
Okay.
mean that. I meant something else.
Well, if all you said was don't tell Cedric,
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
that's
tell
all
me
you heard.
anything.
Don't tell Cedric.
Oh.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
The name of my first lover. Okay, so that was he didn't hear the rest of it, but that was
Nah,
what
nah,
he
nah,
needed to
nah, 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 nah. Not listening to this. Okay. Cedric, you were up.
Yes. I'm still running.
Oh? Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like Cedric's balls. He's going
Yep.
for it.
Was that 4?
No, that was like 18. I have no idea.
Just hit Control Z and
Yeah. Control Z.
Z.
I can run 4 hexes, you say?
Well, no. Oh right, you're a short sword guy. You want to get up close and personal.
Yeah, I don't
But-
have ranged
But
weapons.
here's the thing.
Just
You
barrel
don't
into him.
want to
come
get
on.
up close and personal with 10
No
AP
AP left.
behind the guy you're standing next to. You want to
Cool.
arrive there at about the same time as they are in the schedule, and you see that there are only 2 behind you at this point. So if you
Well,
move,
how far can he move with 2 AP?
well, you'll have to move 3. But I see what you mean. You want to move the 4.
No, they're going to just carry on going otherwise.
Yeah, well, I think they might make a different decision at this point. But anyway, we'll see. You go ahead, do your thing. Was that 3 or 6?
That was 4.
So
I
move
can run
another
3,
2.
You said? I thought I said you could just run. So I can run 3 on.
You've got to move at least 6. Sorry, you're running, so each AP you spend is moving you 2 units.
Okay.
You need to
So
spend
I
at least
can
3.
use 3 AP.
So 6 units is the smallest you can run, or you can stop short, but you still spend the 3 AP.
So move
Okay.
like 8 or 10. Get right up to them. Come on, get in their face.
So if I use 3, I move 6 hexes. Is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah, but they
or
they
less.
they got bows out. They don't have melee weapons out.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're going to burn AP just to draw weapons and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, at least
so that's
yeah,
6
something.
right there.
Okay. 3 AP, spend it.
Alrighty.
All right. Now Arthur's about to shoot at the ratlings, having
Yeah,
aimed at
'cause he
them,
aims. Yeah.
and oh crap!
Cedric's right in the way because he didn't know the plan.
Well, yeah.
You're right. You didn't know the plan because he's way back there doing cover fire as you asked him to do. But this is okay. He's not bitter.
No, because we're helping him with his problem. So no, he shouldn't be bitter.
So he's going to do. I'm just going to use the drawing tool there and see what it looks like.
20,
Oh.
21.
No, I think we're just going to take the hardship for Doradane. Cedric's actually moved across the line of fire and is out of the way.
This isn't paintball. He's firing longbow arrows here.
Yeah, he is. So 1 hardship.
Skip it off the ceiling if you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just ricochet it.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Oh wow,
What
that was
was
a
that?
terrible miss. He shot me. That's the end.
Yeah.
What,
Hang on.
was there a
Hey,
red
Yes.
people
man.
behind us?
What did he roll?
Spyro's
Yeah.
walking stick goes clattering onto the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, he
goodness.
has 4 hardships.
Oh well,
5.
hell. Yeah,
6.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
grim.
sorry, no.
Jeez.
No,
He
no, no.
couldn't
He's
win.
he's only got 4 because his ability
That's
as a
still a
sniper
ton.
reduces it by 1. But still, he rolled abysmally. And he
Yeah.
spends 3 AP.
I think I've been
Where
ended.
did my AP spender go?
Wow.
There's a macro on it.
Yeah, but I closed it. All right. Rattling number 1.
Oh
or rattling
boy.
number 4.
Oh well, at least I got some cover now. Cedric has me covered.
He squeaks and shoots Cedric.
It's his turn.
Duck, Cedric, duck.
Cedric's dice have been on fire though. You're gonna be able to dodge this shit.
Yeah, this is... What? No. Ah. Point blank. There we go.
I don't like the
1.89.
sound of
That's point
that.
blank.
Oof.
Okay.
All right, that's
Cedric, what do you
that's a
think?
hit, but
You've been shot in the left arm with an arrow.
The left arm with an
with a
arrow.
basic
With
11.
plus 11.
They're
Yeah.
basically headed. What is my my wound?
Is your arm covered with armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would ignore it.
I have
I was gonna say
metal.
it's not a great hit. Yeah.
You have what?
I have metal armor, but I think it's
Oh
just
wow.
torso.
What's on your arm?
Billy's equipment. I don't know
No,
where to
no.
find.
Don't worry about
It
that.
should be on the combat
Look on the combat tab,
or,
scroll down
yeah,
to protection.
Yeah.
protection.
Arms, lamellar. Oh no.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's the metal is just the torso.
Yeah,
Oh.
but 8 protection on your arm?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
no.
So, yeah. I'll want to protect that.
No, you don't. Just ignore it.
Oh, yeah, because my wound.
Here, let me show you why you want to ignore it. Oops.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to select. Which one was it that shot you? It was that one.
4.
So he targets you and he shoots you for plus 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, protection of 8 versus
8.
piercing.
And he just
Leaves it with 3.
yeah. So nothing
Bounces.
bounces off the armor. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
That's rattling 4.
Rattling number 3 goes
What's
squeak
he? Yeah.
and shoots
Let's see what he
at
does.
you again.
Oh, the rattlers is just dragging pizza from the subway around down here. It's like
Yeah.
they're
Sorry,
huge.
Yeah, I'm just running through some poor villager right now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a hit.
that's going to
The
hit you.
torso.
Yeah, that's going to hurt you.
Unless you block. Right.
Yep.
Well, let's look. Combat.
1
protection,
AP.
Torso. Piercing. That would be 9. So
Well, 1 AP still gets you still go before them.
okay.
Right?
You'll take an injury from that probably. You might even take a wound. I'm not sure. I haven't
Yeah.
done the math.
So I will spin the AP.
Right. And block.
And
Yeah.
block.
Yeah. You're
Block
still
range,
safe.
right?
You're still good. Kite
Yes.
shield.
Yes, you're
or-
blocking
yeah.
ranged.
I don't have a kite.
Oh, okay,
around
sorry.
too, so. I must select the target. The bottom one,
Top one.
top one.
Yeah, they're not labeled for us.
And I hit shift or space or what do I do?
I don't understand.
T. T.
You just
to select.
you hover over him and hit T. Yeah.
T for
Okay,
target.
thank you.
All right, let's do this. Nice.
Nicely done.
Hell yeah.
We won't even worry about that
Yeah,
because
the
now
hell.
it's only a +2.
Yeah.
And Cedric starts growling.
Oh
So
my goodness,
just
who's
make
up
sure
next?
you spend your AP.
I did already.
Oh, very good.
He did.
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
scary.
Doradane.
Wow. He rubs the sleep out of his eye. looks around the room.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's aged 50 years.
it's like, wait a second. The bad thing is I'm 6 away.
Oh.
So that takes 3 AP to move 6. Correct?
Yes. And you're
Now,
not moving through Cedric.
Or you could throw that
well,
wonderful
yeah, but
trident
if I go, well, let's just figure this out. If I go 4
Yeah.
right here.
Then hit the space bar. No.
Yep.
So
And
what you can do is, yeah.
oh, I can still get there. That's still 6 spaces.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing. So I
Okay.
need to spend 3 AP.
Yeah. What's all the blooping?
I don't know. Someone's getting notifications or something. I don't know.
So Spiral and Arthur is like, these guys are nuts.
What are they doing? I'm going to slow down again. I'm getting out of breath. In fact,
I'm only good with sprints.
right. Hang on. So I can see at the end of the torch range there is a couple of ratlings. Do I try and cast something?
Yes.
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 Make their
I
tails
think
explode.
that is a very good idea. I need to reduce the R off my. So do I still have to move if I've run last round, James? Is that like a momentum effect
No.
or anything?
Oh, and Doradane, you kept on running, did you?
I ran for 3 AP. Yep.
Okay, so you're still running. Okay, good enough.
Yes.
But what's going to happen here?
I can't remove the run effect from me. I click R. I click on the
you
R.
need to right-click it,
Right.
and that'll
Otherwise
reduce
you
it.
have forms.
Reduce it.
I've done that a few times.
There you go.
No,
Okay.
then you went back the other way.
Okay.
One too many.
Is that I've got run -1 now? Okay.
Just left click it once.
Left click it once. Thanks.
Yep.
No. Is that
Should
gone?
be left adds and right takes away.
Right takes away. Yeah, it's gone.
Okay,
now.
there we go. Thank you.
Now,
okay,
just a minute before you go ahead. What was it you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. No, I'm gonna prepare.
That's a good idea. You're going to what's the word? Consider.
Thank you.
Consider.
that's
Changing the
an action with a
nomenclature from standard fantasy nomenclature, James. I don't understand.
There, you're
Okay.
considering now.
Okay, thank you. And how many AP do I need to spend for that?
1.
Unless you're considering for multiple.
Yes.
I'm only considering once. I have.
What does consider give you a bonus on spellcasting?
Yes.
It
It's
does.
kind of like aiming.
It's like aiming, yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
you're still up, so you might
Okay.
as well. Actually, wait a minute. Before you do that, you're not still up.
I'm not.
You're not.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Would you have to spend 1? And then.
I did just spend 1.
Oh, well then. Why is he not up then if he spent?
Just a minute, and
Cool.
I'll tell you why.
A rat jumps out and
Do you not see down here?
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first sound I heard when I said, "Is there anything over there?" Nope.
This GM is sneaky. I don't like him. Okay.
Yes. 2 rats step out of the wall.
How did they do that? That's just like David Blaine levels of bullshit.
Yeah,
going
like
on there.
Ninja
David
Rats.
Copperfield.
It's
David
called
Copperfield. And him.
illusion.
Where
And
I don't see it either way, huh? Oh hell no, I don't see that.
Yeah, Cedric is
Yeah,
probably hearing it, but no, he's not seeing it.
yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I think at this point we need to halt.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Yeah,
midnight
I
for
do
me.
need to hit the sack pretty soon. Yeah.
But yeah, things have just become perilous.
Yes.
It's been emotional.
So
No, absolutely great. I have to say that
Oh.
I not played a like non-declaration based game for a long time, and
right, because you're with
it's
Against the Darkmaster
yeah,
running
it's a different
Yeah,
mindset to
I
get
don't
into.
like
It's neat.
the you go, he goes, I go, he goes,
Hmm?
Oh, I love that.
Sorry, Shane, you're saying what?
no, with the constant that nobody can get ahead of the other person type thing. It's like, okay, it's your turn now, it's my turn, it's your turn now, it's my
Yeah,
turn.
I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's all predictable. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it
okay.
doesn't take anything into effect. Like, I've got this big maul and you've got this dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you attack me 3 times before I?
Understood.
Yeah, it's a really neat concept. It takes a little time to get your head around it, because,
Yeah.
but the other thing I kind of like about it is it does allow for more frequent role playing opportunities as well,
Mhm.
because your go in inverted commas comes around more often. So
Right.
you obviously want to let everyone else shine while you're not doing anything, but you can actually say a few things, and it comes around. It seems more frequently,
Mhm.
even though there's what 10 things on the combat tracker right now, so
Yeah.
that's still quite frequent.
Oh yeah, I love the unpredictability of when you're coming up, and you can kind of steer that situation. That's what I love. Because
Yeah.
I can't stand static initiative. It drives me nuts. And so
Yeah.
this is like wonderful.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you never know when you're coming up
Oh,
next.
you need to
Well,
pay
you've got an
attention.
idea,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
your plans make a difference. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
what you're gonna do.
So
exactly.
so
Yeah.
what Spiral could have done was, because he knew that the Ratlings were at 10 something, he could have
Yeah, they were
spent
getting
down
ready.
to 9 all at once. But by spending to 8 only, he now has the ability to change his mind for 9. See, and this is the same sort of thing in the game that I'm developing, which is actually a lot less abstract than this because I'm an OCD detail freak.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just which is a
So
good thing.
when Shane is saying, if you've got a dagger, how many times can you stab
Right,
somebody who's coming at you with a maul,
right.
swinging with a maul? Well, I
Yeah,
differentiate between thrusting and swinging, and a dagger doesn't take very long to stab with,
yeah.
whereas a maul takes a little while to swing with.
There's a
So
reason they use shanks in a prison. That's for
yeah,
sure.
Right,
so
exactly.
you can stab somebody
Right,
as long as you're right next to him a good number of times before he can swing a maul at you.
right.
Anyway, this abstracts a lot of that stuff that mine doesn't. But it's the same general idea. And this is really where I got the idea from for the continuous tracker in my game. But you have the ability. Sorry, the aim is still do as little as you possibly can so that you can react to whatever happens after you've done it.
Right.
So by running for 5 AP, you've put yourself out there, yes, and
Right.
but then you're waiting for your
Right.
opportunity to go
Right.
again,
It,
and it
it,
puts
it,
you out of the timeline a little bit.
right. In reality, I mean, it always depends on what other people do. In reality, in this situation, it didn't matter. But there could be other combats where it would matter.
Mm.
Yeah.
If I ran for 3 AP, the rats weren't moving forward. They were shooting their bows no matter what. I would still have to run again. But
Yes.
there definitely would be situations where it could have been different
Hmm.
depending on what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. It's just a very different. So I've not played a system like this. So
Right.
for me, it's about role playing. So long as you can role play and the system doesn't get not in the way.
And I like
This is
that.
simulationist. It's simulationist. Because I know, James, you like simulations rather
Absolutely. Realism.
Yeah.
realism. So, and it is like that, but it still doesn't. The role playing is still possible. You can't.
It doesn't prevent you from role playing.
Yeah,
Just
and I have
because
to
No,
say,
no.
it's somewhat realistic. Yeah.
yeah, and been playing in a Rollmaster campaign recently, and it's like, okay, the guy's done a huge amount of automation, but it's like the automation is king. It's you just it's your go, your go, your go. Right, what's next? It's your go, and it's like, okay, can I talk? Oh, I've gone past you in the combat tracker now. I can't go back. It's like, okay,
Oh,
and this is not like that. This is
more
yeah,
fluid.
this has been really fluid and fun, and yeah, it's reactive. And most things you're just planning what you're going to do, and you may have to wait 10 minutes to execute it. This is fast, quick fire. You're reacting to the way the combat's changing. So
Now,
Yeah.
Jeff did have to wait because he did that 5 AP,
Right.
and then everybody else was burning small bits in between. And
Right.
two of them, I mean, these two guys were spending 3 AP to shoot. And
Right.
of course, they only spent 3 where he'd spent 5. So
Right.
then they get to shoot again. And
Right. And then I
and they
block.
did it well enough
They
that
get
he
to
had to
shoot
block,
again.
which caused
Right.
him to, delay.
Right. Right.
I don't know that there's a way to get around it.
No, I don't think there is, but that's also
No, well,
And
no,
you just have to realize
realistic
and game the system
well,
that way.
and that's the thing where you start to get familiar with the system.
Mhm.
It's like, you know what I could have done, maybe not my build right now, but I could have ran forward half that distance. Next time I could have thrown something,
If you'd
moved
been able to see
forward.
them. I think you went
Right.
far enough so that you were able to see them.
Yeah. So I mean, there are, I mean, I ran 5 AP,
Oh, hang
but
on. You
that's
went
on me.
You went without
You know.
light. You needed the light to
Well,
catch up to you.
Yeah, there was.
yeah,
Right,
you
I
had to
couldn't
wait
see
for
them.
that. Yeah,
I could see where I was at, but I couldn't see into them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I think Cedric's going to have to put the
Well, that
the
was my big
lantern
concern
down
about.
and
Well, that
then
was my big
leap
concern about
forward.
light source in the sewer. You
Yep.
know, it's like, okay,
yeah.
it
Well-
matters. I was even thinking of, do we need to ask for, a lantern bearer or something like that? That even crossed my mind, and then it was like, well, no, we'll be able to
Hirelings.
carry something. Okay,
Good old
cool.
AD&D hirelings.
Well, hey, we've all been there. I mean, if you can't see, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm stumbling around in the dark.
We had an AD&D hireling. Do you remember you used to get like treasure coming out the wazoo, and we had a
Yeah.
hireling.
Oh yeah.
He was literally he carried our potions. He had like potions on bandoliers in his backpack. Everything.
It'd be like, but it's like the guy when he opens his coat and there's just watches every. Yeah, it's like potions.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Except also in that rule set there was a potion mixing table. So once
Yeah.
he was climbing up a big wall and fell off. Our hireling did, and he hit the
Yeah.
bottom. It was like 30-foot drop, and they're like. I don't know how many times the GM rolled on the random potion mixing table, but basically there was
Get like a
fireballs going
permanent
off. He
vulnerability
exploded.
or
There was like sheep appearing, whatever it was. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, guys, that was great, James. Thanks for the.
That was great.
I'm
for
going to
sure.
stop the recording here and say, whoever watches this, good luck. I mean, we did a fair bit of role playing at the front end, set up for the story and whatnot. Then we got into this. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Cheers.